now I'm gonna hit the music.
Yeah, everything all tidied up. Gonna pray that it works because I love computers.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, beautiful. So you said we have magazine scans and other such fun things. Or at least you mentioned it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you got.
Wait. Okay. Hello, and welcome to I don't know what we're calling this yet. I didn't think of a cool name. Hi, I'm Aaron. I pretend to be a six-armed woman from an X-Men, from the X-Men lore and of several fighting games on the internet. I'm here to yap about some fighting game related yapping topics. With me is a distinguished panel of experts. T's with me. Hello.
Yes, one person. Actually, each letter represents a different person on the panel. Hi, I'm T5, TTTTTSD, if you've seen that.
For right now, you're the entire alphabet. Like, this is all we got.
True.
Me and you are the alphabet mafia of the pod. That's all we got for this first one so far.
I'm a known Kliff criminal.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some of that. I have to take you to task for some Kliff crimes.
Yo.
Before we get too into that, and while I stealthily share my screen, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing great. You know, I had a good morning. I woke up. It was raining really hard, so I was like, well, I guess I'm not going out today. So I made coffee and pet my cats.
Ah, that sounds delightful. What's your oh, you know what? Let me arrange this. What kind of cat do you have? I've never asked you this.
Oh, so they are two Bengals, which this is a breed of cat that is often called a designer breed. And by designer breed, they mean like you pay exorbitant amounts of money. We didn't do that. I'll get into that in a second. But you pay exorbitant amounts of money, and this is a cat that is basically like half wild. So they are crossed with a wild cat, and they're bred down to what they call generations, like F1, F2, F3. And eventually they still maintain some of those wild characteristics, but they're mostly domestic cats with just weird personalities.
Are they?
We got two of them for free.
Yeah, you said F2. Are they like letter graded? That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Yes, yeah. It's per generation they're breeded down. So it's like F1 is first gen, F2 is second generation, and so on. Usually they recommend breeders only sell them at about F3 or F4, but we got ours F1 apparently.
I was not aware that cat generations had tekken ranks. I'm gonna take that information with me wherever I go.
We got first Dan.
Big fan of my first Dan cat of the house. Ours is a little too like floofy, I think, to be Tekken Lord, Tekken God Lord. What are they on now? Like Space Lord? I don't.
Hold on, I'm looking this up. Highest known rank in Tekken. I'm saying known because maybe they put another one in there. Tekken 8 ranks and a ranking system.
Yeah, there's some, God Infinity, I think, is the highest one, but there's like a whole slew of like, 10 ones before that are some variation of deity. Just
Mighty Ruler, Flame Ruler, Battle Ruler, Fujin, Raijin, Kishin, Bushin. They got every Anji move on here. Tekken King, Tekken Emperor, Tekken God Supreme, God of Destruction.
I'd go to the Taco Bell and get a Tekken God Supreme chalupa.
I would love to know what that would taste like.
Yeah, that'd be delightful. One thing I like to do, just daily at this point is, in keeping up with, what the weird stuff people are playing is, like, we've known for a while that, arcades do still exist in some smaller capacity. There's Big One, there's Mikado, there's RPHO, that was the legend. TRF is kind of still kicking, but I think they said they were closing up shop soon. I like to look at Mikado's stream VODs and see what I missed out on because Japan is on the opposite side of the earth, and just see what the weirdest stuff that they played that week is sometimes. And this week it looks like the weirdest stuff they played was like they ran Fighting Layer 1 at one point. Mutant Fighter Death Braid is in here. The Outfoxies is in here.
Yo, the Outfoxies! Holy shit!
Yeah. What is your most recent experience you can recall with the Outfoxies?
Honestly, none. I just know what it is. Like I've heard of it, and somebody was like, "Oh, this is like this really cool thing you should check out." And I tried to make time for it, and I couldn't. But I did look at like some videos, and I went, "Oh my god, this is really interesting."
All I recall mechanically is that the machine guns in it are incredibly good, and you just don't. It's one of those things where you don't want to get cornered. Kind of like playing like an elevator action or something, really, where it's just if multiple, in that game there's like multiple people, pulling up to you with firearms, and you don't want to get stuck on any one floor. Where Outfoxies follows that principle with just stage hazards, where you're like you don't want to get pinned down by the gunfire, but between the gunfire and a object in the environment, right? So it's just you're fighting. It's a PVE and a PvP fighter in the like a platform fighter sense, where like most people would be like that's not a real. I don't like that. I want flat planes to fight on or nothing. If it's not a featureless plane.
Oh god, you could get me for hours talking about how maybe the worst thing about modern day Smash, and I love those games.
Oh, we got them. Ladies and gentle days, we got tea. I'm so happy. Please continue.
Oh yeah.
This is what I wanted.
One thing that I think about a lot is when I was a lot younger, about 10 years ago, when they revealed Cloud in Smash 4 and they showed off like the Midgar stage, I remember thinking, wow, look at all these cool summons. And then like it came out and all it was just like, this is Battlefield.
Yep.
And then in the background, it's Midgar.
Absolutely background dressing. Yeah. And
like, this feels like it's been almost every new Smash stage for a while outside of like specific ones. Like the Great Cave Offensive is great. But then you get like, oh, here's the Sephiroth stage. It's the Northern Crater, right? And I'm like, oh, do we get to do anything in the stage? And no, it's just a flat plane with like a little platform that moves, and then you see everything happen in the back, and it feels like so disconnected. Mm-hmm. So when I think of like weird like stage stuff like that in Outfoxies, I'm like, oh man, like that's the kind of stuff that I loved about platform fighters.
Yeah.
For a while, because they even if you're not strictly focusing on just like this is what I want to do in PvP, like they're having that flexibility is great.
Yeah, so much of it is your stage awareness plus like you making reads on the other person, and that's really cool. But people don't tend to look at it that way. I don't know. Different strokes. But that's what I wanted to. Yeah. I'm glad we touched on that. I'm going to jump around a little bit here because this is just kind of technically going to be like, I guess, the news section of whatever we end up calling this.
Okay, news. What do we got?
So, Iron Saga Versus is a fighting
Great way to start. Great way to start.
They got a character coming out the day before my birthday.
Oh.
This guy, he's not a little guy. He's a pretty big guy. This here mazinkaiser guy.
I'm so surprised they actually kept his size accurate to like the arcade mode, because I thought, oh, this is like he's meant to be like the boss, or he's gonna be a little bit bigger. And then I looked at this trailer and I went, holy crap, I don't think they shrunk him at all.
Him busting through like beams and having like real good big boy armor and being kind of like floaty, having like a floatier jump is really cool to me. I love that he's got, like this OTG explosion to cash out damage with. Like he's so cool looking. I'm pretty excited.
He's combining little aspects of both of the Mazinger Z arsenals. Like that explosion is a similar animation to the install for Arsenal 2, where you go into like photon power.
Yeah.
Like the way he like flexes and everything, he like boom, it's just like that. He's got like the missiles.
Mm-hmm.
What I really like is that they're making big bodies like this that don't just move slowly and grab you.
Yeah, multiples thereof. Yeah. In a mech themed fighting game, you would figure like, oh, maybe it'll just be, either the majority of the cast in like a Battle Assault 2 situation, a lot of that cast is really bulky and kind of, you know, to show off how well they animate. You know, but there's a lot of like in Iron Saga, there's a lot of like really quick rush down oriented kind of you know, toolkits across the arsenals, but they got a lot of really good and fun to use big bodies. Like I really like what they did with Dan Kuga. And just I don't know what, like, I guess we talked about this the other day. Like Black Getter is, I guess, going to be an arsenal option for the Getter that's already existing. So like I don't know what they're gonna do with Zeo Rhymer. Zeo Rhymer might be a little bonkers. And and to piggyback on that, I almost said R.I.P. Iron Monster. Shout out to Iron Monster, the community manager who you know, their contract was recently up with the team. We're sad to see him pop out. You know, he did a great job of that as their global media director over at the Iron Saga dev team. Did a farewell tier list for the game.
Oh baby, let's take a look. Right.
I don't know if you can see.
Oh, so, I got it.
They it's hard to really like see. I didn't realize that in Point Blank S there is Zeo Rhymer, and like they're not out yet.
Yeah, I think it's like, you know, a little joke, right? Like, oh, it's Zeo Rhymer, they gotta be S tier, right?
Yeah.
Did you mention? I don't know what they're gonna do with the move. I don't know either, because Zeo Rhymer doesn't strike me as the type of mecha to have like two movesets, unless they're gonna go with something wild, like, oh, here's one where, what's his face, the main character, I haven't watched it in a while, is it Masato?
Something like, I think so, yeah.
It's like either like normal, and then there's gonna be one where he's like evil, because he's got like that split personality thing going on, right? So I'm wondering if, you know, maybe they'll go between those two.
Your second fall drop is, you know, for the DLC in the winter is, you know, beyond what the current season is ends up being evil Zeo Rhymer. And then you bring in SKL, and that's how I win.
Yes, and you're like, oh, because we love anime from the 70s and 80s, we just have SPT Leisner,
yeah, Blue Comet. That would whip. They did a really long suggestion box of like a there's a giant spreadsheet in some of Iron Monster's streams on this channel where they go through like a whole slew of possibilities, and it's actually really exciting if you're a robot dork.
Like, yeah, like I know I didn't even vote for Leisner, which makes that statement feel like kind of weird, but
well, you're right.
My two big choices were my number one was God Gundam, because I think Jinglong with the sword would be the kind of chaos I'd like to play as.
Understandable.
And the second choice was Gao Gaigar, because culturally speaking, that would redefine
the chart
how I play fighting games.
The chart that they had was like number 3 was like way up there was Gao Gaigar. A lot of people want that as the one. I think like the only ones above it I could think of was like Gurren Lagann or someone, which is just, of course, you know, the obvious. But like Gao Gaigar would hit different.
Gao Gaigar would be like nobody in my immediate friend group, you and I included, would be doing anything but playing that mirror and just putting the opening on loop for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would be screaming every move. Well, but let's look at this tier list. So we're talking about like interesting big bodies. There is Shingetter 1 really high up, and I do agree with that. That character is...
Someone told me that I mean, I don't know if I agree with Mephisto being dead bottom. I think there's a lot of utility in this cast. I don't know how I feel about both Kaguya's being mid here. Like, someone did tell me, like,
I do a bit like downplay, right?
I see the kind of holes in the game plan, but I also feel like Japan, like someone in Japan was like, oh, they're like top 1. I can almost see it because of the like the kind of poison style mechanic they run on. Because
I think A1 in particular is like so strong, because they can do all this like sort of safe like pressure rebuys. They're like a little bit of guesses, but like if they're right, they knock you down. And they're one of the only characters I think that can like strip a ton of white health and then immediately cash out into like you're taking all that in damage.
Yeah, and their strike throw is frankly kind of bonkers. Like, It's like SF6 season 1 strike
Mhm.
throw levels of I hate this. Please
Oh yeah,
stop doing
it's
this to me.
A2. I can see maybe being down there. I think they're still good.
Yeah, they take some doing that I have not. Like, the God Press seems cool. I'm just not sure about like the utility, like long term in a game
Yeah.
like this where you just explode.
Yeah, I think the only character I think is put down a little too far low beyond probably Mephisto. I think as much as Mephisto A2 is not that great, I don't think it should be on its own in that tier. I don't think that's
Yeah.
true.
Even
But I think,
Wushuang is kind of like,
yeah,
huh? There's open to interpretation. Everyone's gonna have
Great
like a
Mazinger, I think Arsenal 1 should be a little higher. I think that
all the
should be,
Mazingers feel good to me. They all
yeah.
scare me.
I think Great Mazinger Arsenal 2 is also probably up one tier. I think if this was before they had adjusted it at all, I would agree. But they did
Yeah.
recently give it a lot of little things that helped it a lot.
The last couple changes have been really interesting.
Yeah.
You know who I feel never got worse? Borat. Borat really thriving out here.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah,
favorite funny boy. Just doing funny stuff. Just partying.
So you're gonna hear my cat. He's having a normal one.
Oh, they're having they got takes. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. The minute you said
Um,
Boss Borat, he started. Buddy.
or Borat man. Real quick. Again, I'm gonna breeze through a couple of topics here before we get to the main thrust of the pod. I don't know if you saw this. Idle Showdown has volleyball now.
Huh? Oh,
uh,
actually, I did not.
yeah, they just they were like, what if we put a tekken ball in it? And that's pretty cool. Like, I got mopped up in this game last night in bracket such that I was like, I am tilted for a while. Like, I was tilted in a way where I was like, I couldn't do the combos I wanted to do. And it was frustrating in the way that anime games can be incredibly frustrating. But like, this game has delivered for a free game to have just a mode like this. That's awesome. Like,
This kind of game is one of those ones where like if you get cooked in it, it's like a lot of anime, and I know this game has to be punishing like that because I know a number of people that play like Plus R and old anime games all like flock to this one and play it regularly.
The Skullgirls heads all picked it up really fast and in a way that frightens me. Like,
oh yeah.
And just for a while there, it was like, how do you even fight a character like Botan who just has these gunshots that take up the whole screen? Like, how do you move? You can't move. You can't act. Just takes all the oxygen out of the game. But like, they got some fun downtime stuff in there. They got a whole RPG mode in there for like a free game. It's like, it's wild that y'all made this free.
Yeah, like,
and
that's pretty neat. Nice to see Tekken Ball living on in the form of
there's also I think this is I alluded to this earlier in the week. I want to give a big shout out to the people who have run Evil Zone as a tournament at GDQ every year. Like,
that's so tight.
Like, it's so cool that to me that this game having a bunch of people pull up to play it had more, like, I usually don't care about view counts or etc or whatever, but I would rather people watch this, and they did, than the esports World Cup.
Yeah, no, this game is so tight. What I really like about Evil Zone is that, like, I think as far as like a movement-based sort of 3D fighter goes, it really touches on a lot of the important stuff.
Yeah,
and it's really simple. So you can get into this game in
it's like
maybe
2 buttons.
5 or 10 minutes. Yeah, it's super interesting how they approached it for back in the time when it came out, because it was like the mid to late 90s, I think, and like you see this kind of experimentation still happening today.
The reviews I recall like did not enjoy this game because it was markedly so different, and people I think didn't really know how to play it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think it was a little ahead of the curve in terms of being a game that has like a really simple control scheme.
Not a judgment when I say that, because it's just confusing, but I think it's just, what I mean, because that's not a skill judgment. What I mean is like a misunderstanding fundamentally of what you're looking at.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's also just like when people like approached fighting game in the 90s, right? The scope of what those were was just much more constrained and much more like I'm expecting this to use a bunch of buttons and each one does this or that and this or that.
And we will be getting into that. I have some takes. So let's.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Okay.
But like on the topic of this game, it was like, yeah, so this game just has like those 2 buttons, and so people were like, oh well, you can't do this or that. But when you really look at it and you tear it down and you approach it the way the game wants you to, it works really well.
Yeah. So in the current sense, there's a sizzle reel. I mean, Battle Craze. Y'all know Battle Craze if you watch this channel for any duration of time. They put out a little sizzle reel for my favorite character in the game.
Oh, you gotta tab back into the OBS. I can't see.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
So, in terms of just like I nobody's doing it like Battle Craze in my humble onion. I think they're working on a new engine or moving it over to a you know.
Well, I'm privy to this information. Yes, they are moving to Game Maker.
Yeah.
As I know of, to hopefully get like more stable rollback, because the EGM and Go rollback is serviceable, but a Game Maker engine would provide more flexibility for a full release, and also would allow the rollback to be implemented even better.
And that would be great. Like that would look at what she's doing. God, I didn't know you could do some of this stuff. Like, and that's it's always nice. Yeah, it's been interesting seeing like something progress from like when it first started. Like now we're just in uncharted territory, and I'm really excited to see where that goes. Let's see what else we can pop up real quick. Do you have any familiarity with Gundam? in terms of, I guess what I mean is like in terms of like the Gundam games, what got the maneuvering and the boosting and
those kinds.
Yeah, they got a new one of these, and I know a number of people are frustrated with this because, like, if you go to an event, you're going to find the Mbon setups. There are going to be people who set up Mbon at the start of the weekend, and then when you go to leave 4 days later, they are still playing Mbon.
Yep. That was somebody I roomed with at Frosty's. He was like, yeah, I got to go to do Gundam. I'm like, dude, it's like 7 in the morning. He's like, no, I got to go.
No, I gotta.
He went down there, and he was there, like, all day.
There's a unique brand of Gundam sicko that, again, it is their thing. It is not. I'm not saying it's cultish.
It's pretty close. If you're in the Plus R Discord, it's so funny because there's like literally an entire role and channel for it.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Like ping me if you want to hop into the suit to crash our colony. Ping me when we're dropping Sod 7.
So this new one, did they advertise any of the new features? Or
there's a whole hour-long stream on the Banco channel. I won't really get into it now, but they apparently are changing a lot. It's a lot of like stat-based stuff, and so like I'm curious. One, if that means there will be people who are like, I'm into that. Or if it means there are people who are turned off by that who will be like, well, no, just put the previous thing on console. What are you doing, you monsters?
Right.
I'm curious to see what the reaction will be, but it's coming out again. They're doing this. They got a whole that was like a week ago, I think. They put out this hour-long spot of like, oh, the things are changing. We'll see how it go. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
I imagine the usual suit cost changes and sorts of other stuff.
And like, how do you balance having a suit cost? How do you balance that with, oh well, I can spend now to upgrade the suit? So like, does it end up like, the lower cost one ends up being better? Like, what do I? How do you reckon with that? Anyway, shout out to Damon and Baby.
Oh, let's go!
Shout out to Arcsys being like, it's Damon and Baby time. You had it in the moment. We both had takes about that direct, but like,
yes.
what was your thought going in? I know what I wanted from it and didn't get, and I know like where my like I've started doing the whole, you manage your expectations by setting them lower than most people, like a
Mhm.
little bit, just a little. I didn't think they were gonna come out with like Battle Fantasia rollback or something. I was like, it'd be nice, but I'm like, I know that they're using this to platform different games because they don't just want to make, Strive engine stuff forever.
Right. So when I went in, I didn't even watch it live. I watched it later because I heard, oh, they announced it. And when I saw them say, we want to focus on making more sustainable, affordable games, I said, this is probably the greatest video game announcement to anybody that's been like looking at what's happening.
Yeah.
To me, like that alone elevated this above just about anything they could have said. I'm a big fan of like new Bubble Bobble stuff. Obviously, Net Impact is great,
Yeah.
but like I was so jazzed that not only were they like, yeah, we're announcing like this new project that Daisuke is doing to like head some ideas from younger devs who are working here now because we want to entertain more low budget or rather not even low budget, but it's like more moderate budget projects that are sustainable
Yeah.
because
It's
the
cool to want
ecosystem.
yeah, it's cool to want to move on the fresh ideas of the people who, work for you that, like so they don't have to like justify their job by like doing legacy IP stuff. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
been like the problem. That's the problem with the video game industry right now is like everyone's like, well, no, you gotta do brands. It's like,
yeah,
no, we don't actually. You can just make cool shit. That's not the point.
yeah. About 3 or 4 years ago, I had a conversation with a friend where he was just like, "Yeah, so I think the thing about retro games that makes me so much more interested is that they were trying more things." And at the time, I was like, "I don't know if I agree," but as it has gone on, especially post COVID,
Hmm.
or not post COVID, I should say, but post like the lockdown era, because
Yeah.
COVID's still happening. But post that,
I've been saying quarantine as like a semantic
quarantine,
thing.
yeah, yeah. But like post the quarantine, it has really been noticeable that they've been relying on brands and identity to sell things more than like what you're getting.
Right.
And sometimes you get something really great, but other times you're just like, this was fine, but I'm a little disappointed they didn't want to push the bill a little bit more.
Yeah. Um, the Hunter x Hunter review in Famitsu, I tried to find it like before this, like 15 minutes before we started recording, but like they reviewed it like a 29 out of 40. I don't think that's like the worst. That's like a strong 7, right?
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
bad with
good.
math.
It's pretty close to that. Like that's about what I would expect from an aiding game that has the budget allocation that this one does. Because
Yeah.
I think aiding titles tend to be like even their worst work as far as fighting games go tend to give you something that feels good to play and maybe has a lot of like mechanical fraying and like how it works.
Yeah,
But generally
it'll
speaking, it's just a good game.
when dating games fall apart, they do so in like a beautiful way. I
Yes.
do wish it felt better to play on stick. I was talking with a friend about potential layouts and like how to maybe try and appreciate it more. But I'm still blanking on like my fingers don't my pinky don't move that way to get the end button.
Yeah.
Like if I put the end button as the eighth button, that's a really necessary button, so I can't do it there, and then it's just this whole my fingers end up as a pretzel, but it's
Yeah, it's one of
it's
those
it's
weird
fine.
things where people that don't play on stick um forget that those buttons were always assigned to something that you didn't need to press all the time. Like
Yeah.
a really common input for those like pinky range fire buttons is just like 3 punches and 3 kicks in Street Fighter, as an example, right? Like you're not, unless you're playing Zangief, you're not pinkying that button all the time. It's usually there just to give you a shortcut or an extra button. But having it like be almost required, it clutters the layout, and especially as newer arcade sticks come out, like if you look at the Quamba Titan, where the
Hmm.
buttons are really far from the lever, it gets even worse.
Yeah, like it's probably if you're on the I hate calling it cheat box because I mean it's just a keyboard. If you're a keyboard player, you'll probably be like, oh, this is fine. Just,
Well, yeah,
um,
because the hitbox buttons tend to be closer
yeah,
to the input itself, and the way you hold it is just like a keyboard, right? Like you said.
yeah,
So
type out.
I call hitbox players Half-Life speedrunners because they keep hitting space to like jump. So I call it like the Gordon Freeman input.
They're like whoop whoop. Hey, SNES got rollback somewhere between the last time I streamed and now. It's just out there now. Shout out to Heat XD who, you know, made the Duck Station traversal mode happen where you could just pop open Duck Station and do match codes and it would just work. It just works. They got a net play release for BSNES up on there. If you go to Heat Dev on BSky, you'll find it. It also links to, at least not to their GitHub, and that version of BSNES also has a super, like, there's a Super Game Boy core supported in there, so you can play stuff like Power Quest now. That was probably really loud, my bad. So you know, Power Quest, Keto Beast Wars, the best Toshinden game, all those Game Boy. You could theoretically play. I don't remember if KI Game Boy had a 2-player. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it did.
Yeah, it's super tight. I got the build working. I didn't test the online, but I just made sure like my inputs worked. I pulled a little bit of Gundam Wing.
Oh yeah.
I mentioned that.
You said you were in search of a main that was not Death Sai. I'm curious.
Yeah. I'm landing on like Wing and Wing Zero right now, who both feel pretty good. I mean, I assume that they're fine.
Can I sell you on Shenlong, or is Wu Fei too misogynist?
No, it's okay. I can just pretend it's not Wu Fei in there.
We can pretend that like Lucrezia 9 stole it or something.
We'll get like somebody to hack the game and let you pick the pot, and they'll be like, oh yeah, Duo Maxwell's in the Shenlong Gundam.
Yeah, I like I was telling someone I was having a conversation with I think Ultra Yoshi and me were talking about this the other day, like the comparison between like a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Fighting Editions engine and that game's engine, where like it's obviously like the same engine, but they do very different things with like characters' kits. And whereas like I compared it to like Power Rangers is kind of like the Coda, whereas whereas like, you know, Endless Duel is like the Marvel superheroes, where there's a lot more vertical space. Let's be now and Iverson, thank you for this. What's up?
Let's go.
Well, we're in the way that those two engines differ. I think that what came up was in the conversation was how those kits differ. Like Mercurius having that defensor shield is way different than a lot of what the Power Rangers characters might do. But not really, because all the characters who are really good in Power Rangers are overtuned. Like Zed is just out here like, I'm gonna get out of hit stun, which is kind of like what Defensor does, but he just does it, and he's a boss, but it's why he's good. Like,
Lord Zed, the one character that I think Lip Syncer just can't infinite because just leave.
We don't talk about Ivanus. Maybe we'll talk about Ivanus on a different episode, but like,
one day.
Yeah. But yeah, that's out there. I'm hoping people check it out. I have some ideas. I was talking to Polar about doing some stuff with BSNES. We'll see. RIP Near the GOAT, who, you know, made BSNES have, like, thank goodness we don't have to use SNES 9X now.
Yeah, the rollback on that was just not great. And
it wasn't great.
Opens up so much doors, like the Super Nintendo Oni Fighters History sequel, the better version of Fighters History 1. Like, there's a lot of stuff on Super Nintendo.
Ray in that version is extremely cracked. That's
oh yeah. Well, that's how you know it's a good game.
I wish that the PCSX2 devs were at all interested in that sort of rollback.
Oh god.
I wish. It's fine, but it's frustrating. It's fine because it is a lot of work. It is labor to pump out to figure out that code and how you can implement it and do all the testing and QA and like that's a lot of work. So it's fine, but it's also the fact that it's like, oh, we don't want to try, just do parsec, and it's like, well, but why don't you want to try? I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe they'll hear this and be like, oh, I'll show you.
Please.
Yeah. Not gonna really get super into this. I guess since it was the big topic I missed a week ago, there was this conversation about like a Carl Clover ban in Blaze Blue, and like that's like
Oh,
it's like a slippery slope, and we don't have to go super hard into it. But I wanted to ask you if you had that conversation stemming out of that, like, did anybody bring up like that Kliff idea again? It's like, oh, we can't fight Kliff.
oh yeah. So the person in the plus R community that made this shit post about how they banned Kliff in New Jersey as like a joke, and then like
Oh
people
yeah.
thought it was serious. They were just like, I can't believe like somebody made a version of that was like real. And I'm like, yeah, it's kind of funny because like the citations for this ban are really like, great, because like if you look at what you would need for a character ban in any fighting game, in my opinion, is you need like a precedence on results, and you need like verifiable gameplay footage of this happening regularly enough to where it actually comes up as much as people say it does. You need data. Like you
Yeah.
can't just do this kind of thing on vibes. It does not work that way. That's how you handle people in a community. That's not how you handle characters in a fighting game.
I'm more afraid of this guy, this Smurf on the screen. I don't.
Oh yeah,
I don't know what it is.
it could be that the game version is accent core.
Oh yeah, like vanilla AZ Pod is horrifying.
It's wild that AC
horror
Pot,
movie.
as horrifying as he is, got power crept by like a number of AC top tiers and high tier characters that somehow make less sense.
Yeah.
Like Slayer goes into the air and he is basically invincible.
God.
He's gonna press H and you're not gonna be able to do anything.
Shout out to Osman the other day, who was like, "Oh yeah, I hopped on with Slayer and I was beating up Kesuke again. I just thought I'd tell you that." It's like, okay, thanks, man. Plus R. It was just kind of off the cuff. I'm like, wait, what? when did I at all? What?
Oh yeah.
Just context free. Oh yeah, I was beating up that one testament. Like, oh, okay.
All right.
My bad.
What was the set count?
I didn't ask what the set count was or anything.
The AC Milia too, another complete crime character.
Yeah.
I could sit here. I could do an entire hour podcast on why Woshige didn't play neutral in AC. I respect you as a player, Woshige. For full disclosure, however, AC Milia is evil. That character
Truly,
is not okay.
Yeah, not all right. Speaking of not okay, have you seen in the fighting game Neo Geo Battle Coliseum? Have you seen this Genjuro thing that Genjuro can do on incoming?
Oh, this Genjuro tech? I don't remember how he was considered in that game.
I hope this loads. This is like Tudo-san put this up like today, I think. I'm not even really sure how it works. I want to try and get the thing to capture right. 1 second. It's being annoying. Okay. I'm gonna screen it here. Let me know if you can see.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's taking forever to load. Thanks, YouTube.
You know, it's funny, if the mix-up took this long, I still probably wouldn't block it.
For audio listeners, I'm trying to load a short from Tudo-san, the kind of the lab monster in Japan for Battle Coliseum at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm probably gonna have to reload this because it's being a jerk.
Yeah, this user Tudo-san, this is the person who, whenever somebody sends me anything related to this game, I look at like the clip author or the video author, and it's always this person.
It's either Tudo-san or that one VTuber, Tazawa Elf, I think. Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
So you throw, they die. They can't get out of that.
Oh, good.
Like you can't hold up to escape the proxy. I think it's like a proxy thing. Did you see how she like flew? Did you see how she like flew in behind him? For like like it's like when you come in, it's because you're standing, like you're pushing Genjuro just behind them, and there's like no way to get out.
Oh, so there's something kind of like this in Plus R.
If you kill them with a Rekka, they just straight up like get hit. It's it's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, in Plus R, there's this thing where command grabs, despite like people like listing grab range as like a purely like in front thing, If you get behind the character, if you're within that distance anyways, they will turn around automatically and grab. And this kind of reminds me of that, except it's like a procs unblockable sort of like weird like pushing situation where it just ends up being like inescapable.
I guess he can do it mid-screen here too. I haven't seen this part. Oh, you Rekka to get close. Oh, that's cheap.
Oh yeah.
That's actually not okay. You just you Rekka after they die, and it's like what a perfect spacing.
See, this is why they added Battle Coliseum characters to KOF 11. It makes perfect sense. There's just these fringe case unblockable situations.
Oh my god, they fall in when you both touch the... Okay, so you can frame kill it. Like, you do super to kill.
Oh, so I think he's going over like all of the frame kills you do from specific moves killing. Oh, that's interesting.
He like vacuums you into his loving samurai arms. That's great.
How is Genjuro in this game? Is he...
Cool? Oh, what? You can switch to Cyber Woo in Command Craft.
How is it still going?
How does it get worse? That's... That gets you a free super. That's actually disgusting. All right. My bad. And that's messed up because, like, I mean, you obviously recall, like, in Sam Show 3, Genjuro's whole, my Rekka will just reset you mid. Yeah, it just wins. So even if you try and block, if you're near low health in this game and you're near a wall, not even, because again, you can just do it mid-screen, he'll Rekka to get the spacing right. It's starting to remind me of like Bishamon unblockable. In VSAV.
Cool. Well, yeah, you get like the right setup on it's the spacing on a certain move. I forget what it was, but like there are certain like combo patterns you do and like knockdowns you get to maybe like set it up perfectly. That was the character I wanted to play if I ever checked out VSAV, funny enough. Oh!
It's so rude. That's just like you fall in, you can't hold up, you can't backdash.
What the hell? So I guess you have to just like hit a reversal DP if you have one.
Maybe.
Like, if your character even,
I don't know who has like frame 1 or like frame 0 stuff. Like maybe like okay. King Lion has those counters, but that probably doesn't work either.
No, like, it's too slow, I think.
It'd have to be someone who can like teleport. Yeah, I don't know.
The only other thing
it seems pretty good
that I've seen from Tudo that made me want to like throw up was the. I really wish I could find it. I should have bookmarked it. It's the Marco gunshot. Like, what side is the second hit?
Oh yeah,
the
jump 2C. That it's disgusting. Yeah, absolutely.
That shit is just like the most like made up thing ever. It looks like you're playing like Contra or fucking Metal Slug.
Yeah.
Like, why does that work like that? Well, how appropriate.
I love a good I don't even know where this hits situation. If anyone who checks us out is into games where you get a lot of those I don't know what's happening in either of you situations, you can check out. They just opened registration for Vortex this year. Vortex Gallery Online. It's gonna be starting at the end of next month, all the way through mid-September. They're doing 3 weekends. There's a whole. I've seen the list of games. I volunteered because I kind of wanted to do SFTM again. It's been a minute, but there is a whole slew of games that could potentially show up this go round. There's they're talking like 3 different regions. They split it up, I believe. I want to say NA, EU, and South America. I could be crazy, but if you want to know for sure, head on over to 965 Productions. They got a volunteer sign-up form here, and there's a whole list of games in there you can check out, and you can check off what you want to see happen, and that's it. That's the end of that. I think I got it covered. Fakuran, I was going to talk about Fakuran, but I don't really care anymore. Who would you say is like your favorite Muay Thai fighting game rep?
Oh, that's a really hard one. I think it might be Honestly, if I had to pick, it would probably be like Joe.
Joe's
I
a
like
strong
Joe.
one. I like Joe. I like
Joe.
King. King is good. I like there's a whole bunch of good ones. Um, for now,
Does Bruce count? Tekken
Bruce.
Bruce?
I guess the thing is like if it wasn't Fakum Ram, would people rather Bruce or Josie? And people would obviously say Bruce, but like I like Josie too. I thought Josie was neat. I don't know what
Yeah,
the
there's a number of good choices that are Faku.
yeah that are not Fakum Ram, but he's got his moments. They gave him some new counter thing where he like slowly walks towards you menacingly. He's like aura farming. I mean, I get it.
They're trying. They're trying.
They're trying stuff. Can't knock them for trying. All right, so real quick, let's. I think I think we're good to get to the meat of the stream today. Here's
Okay.
let's say all this current fighting game kerfuffle. Why don't we set all that aside for a minute? Why don't we look back? Why don't we look back to the past? Let's go on a time travel journey real quick. In fact, let's do this, and I need to click this. Let's go to 1997.
Total 2.
Let's
Let's
go
go.
there. Let's just go to 1997 for a minute.
MK4. Holy.
Um,
Oh, that's sick art. Who did they get to do that?
I'm not sure, but like, so there's
Only time you're ever gonna see Lord Deimos near Wolverine.
yeah, Lord Deimos next to Owie with Sasquatch behind him. And I guess Sophia in like the horniest Sophia design I've ever seen. I don't even think the game itself was that horny about Sophia.
I'm just saying, if this was Capcom Fighting Jam 2, I'd buy 6 copies.
Like, okay, so we got games. We got games in here. Games came out in 1997, and EGM talked about them. Shout out to Ziff Davis, whatever's left of them. All I know about Ziff Davis is like there's like some ex Giant Bomb people who used to work there, and they probably wrote some of this. This Ryu is amazing. This King is incredible.
Oh.
But everything in here to turn us into fighting champs. So we're going to be fighting champs after we read this.
Oh, I'm excited. Let me see what they had to say. I'm really curious.
Yeah, we got Fighters Mega Mix
Two
ad.
fighters.
They
new Virtua Fighting 3 moves.
Yeah, they put Jane there just to let you know who is new, and they made clear to show you that she has a gun. They're like don't you want to play VF3 with a gun?
Jeffrey McWild hitting the uppercut from Kazuya Misstance.
Yeah, there's some some interesting move choices, and also Bark is upside down, and there's a very tiny Saturn stick beneath Bark here that I just noticed. This ad is awesome.
What's in the middle there? Is it like a
very small person flexing? Someone holding an axe beneath a mauler here, or it's unclear. It might have had more than 5 battle modes. I'm not sure what they meant with that. But I like that they specify Virtua Fighter 2 versus Fighting Vipers when there's clearly VF3 stuff in it, but okay, I get it.
This ad is awesome. So my friend, to go on a little tangent, my friend Krakan, whose house I was staying at,
shout out to
he
Krakan.
mentioned that his favorite thing about like those old fighting game events is that they called them like festivals.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like an unparalleled world-class festival of fighting. He's like, yeah, I like calling them festivals more than events.
The fighting game festivus.
Like yeah.
Hey, so Capcom finally counted to 3.
Yo!
Finally. And also, Namco and Sega learned to count to 3. I love when there are 3s. I'm a big fan of 3s. We got
big fan.
SF3, Tekken 3, and VF3. Holy shit, there's all these 3s. I can't hold all these 3s.
That's beautiful. And Mortal Kombat 4, just to be like,
just on the horizon, but they, everyone caught up to each other. It was the weird like the 3 singularity of the year. Does it merit just because there might now this is something you don't hear people say anymore. Now just because there might be a Street Fighter or Tekken before the number, does it merit being called a hit even before gamers have the chance to get a hold of it? Does it?
That's really interesting skepticism back then.
Yeah, like they, not to glaze, Darren Grossman, but I appreciate there was more of an armchairing here than you would get from like, not to shit on like event hubs, but I mean I think I think people just accept like like, oh, it's DLC, it'll be great. Oh, there's the piecemeal stuff we get now, where they had whole ass sequels with a big 3 on it, and they were like, well, I don't know.
I think they had to try a little harder back then.
Yeah.
In some ways, with regards to like marketing and like really trying to like move the skepticism away, because this is a lot before we had like broadcasted events and a lot of outside investor money.
Truly, yeah.
So it was a really different time, like that kind of skepticism, to see that now, whereas nowadays it feels like a lot of the fighting game news outlets are kind of
samey. Except like other than a very select few, it's all very because I think what it is, and someone alluded to this after like E3 stopped being a thing, is just people are kind of afraid to lose whatever press pass they have. So being being critical beyond just get excited for next products doesn't really move the needle.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I think about this a lot.
The rude way I've put it in my head is that like it's just like the population of yes men has only increased. But like I know it's more than that. It's really complicated. People don't want to lose their jobs, and like it's already very hard in the gaming press to hold on to that right now.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a really complex issue.
Yeah, here's something. They were thanking FAQ creators in the magazine, which is bonkers to me. Like they, other than just thanking these companies, they had a thing to be like, hey, if you want the official Street Fighter 3 guide, call this number. Like this, they just don't, They thank G Komatsu in here, which is wild. Like, so speaking of threes.
Oh, now this game. Oh man. I think this is the best of the 3D Toshindens that I've played. Like in my opinion,
probably
I enjoyed, Toshinden 3 the most.
Mechanically, yes. I think the flashing light effects really do a number on me. I wish it had less of that. Like if it were like a little more, if there was like a 2.5, I think they would have like nailed it.
Yeah.
I still have not messed with 4 all that much. Maybe that'll happen sometime. I don't know. But like 3 is a absolute high point. I like how they're like 10 all new arenas, and this time they're enclosed. They're like hyping up ring outs. A lack of ring outs is a feature.
That's really funny to think about.
An unbelievable 30 frames per second, or an even faster 60 frames per second.
Yo, okay. An unbelievable 30 frames per second sounds like an ad you'd hear nowadays. Like you boot up a FromSoft game on like PS5, you're like, here it is. It's an unbelievable 30 frames per second.
Yeah. Save ranking. I need a save feature holding my place between matches. I need a save state between rounds.
Dozens of brand new fighting combos. This
brand
is true.
New fighting combos.
Toshinden 3 had a ton of strings in it compared to the other game.
They did do a lot with like the weird bullet mechanic that I think is neat.
Yep.
That guy David in it had a chainsaw. They had 10 count. What a good game. It was a good game.
What I remember too about the 60 FPS mode, correct me if I'm wrong, I think there are some like very minute combo differences in 60 mode.
That would track, mode. Yeah. So let me skedaddle a little bit. Hey, War Gods. I've been playing this again a bit.
It's in 64, right?
There's so little. It's funny how little context this even gives you for the game. It's just there's graphics, there's people die.
Midway game. There's blood. It's Mortal Kombat, people. Buy it.
That's it.
Check it out.
Don't say it. It doesn't give you anything like the Toshinden 3 ad is like, hey, here's all the new stuff. Check it out. And Morgoth, meanwhile, is just like fucking fucking dead. Holy, everyone's blood is everywhere. Fuck.
Yeah, what constitutes a video game press release nowadays and what they used to be able to do is kind of funny to think about. Like, if you tried to like announce a fighting game like this nowadays, you would get like 30 people going, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. So we're gonna learn all the tricks of the trade. We're gonna find the controller to fit our fighting game needs, which is clearly gonna be an ASCII device. We're gonna see what's in the store for the future, which will involve Bad Mr. Frosty. It's time for a new generation of fighters. And Tekken 3 is
like
in there.
Street Fighter 3, the new generation.
Yeah. A slew of new characters and their moves. What is going on here? The psychopath.
Okay. So I'm just gonna say, I really love evildoer over there.
He's really having a good time.
Evil Steve Areno. You can pick which one of the two you'd want it to be.
Steve Areno with a sword kind of does go hard, or this is like his evil brother, and then these two are spawning from the stick, which is, I guess the stick is haunted, which is concerning.
I like the Psychopath Jr. Like, you give your little brother this. This is not the controller for real experts, but you want the Psychopath KO.
They did have, like, shout out to KYSG back in the day that used to make all the programmable pad combos for Tekken and stuff. I don't think they used this. I think they used an ASCII thing that was like that, but I mean, you can unleash killer combos from one button. So, you know, go to your EB and Montgomery Ward.
I gotta know. Are these still out in the wild somewhere?
I have seen them on eBay. There's the Psychopath KO, the branded one might not be it, but this looks like a version of the ASCII PS1 stick that looks exactly like it. I used to have one.
How was the quality on the parts? I'm actually really curious.
Oh, those buttons were real. It felt like a shell, like a plastic shell of a button. It wasn't really like a solid button. There's air in there.
So it's like those GameStop controllers you used to get sometimes, where like the GameCube one, I'd press the A button and I'd hear it go squeak.
I assume the real, like, you know, the real deal one is like a solid thing. And we'll talk some more about controllers in a minute, but here's some no holds barred fighting game tricks. I don't remember who the fuck Wolf is from Toshin and Yura. I feel like I haven't seen Repli either. Have I never done this code? That's incredible. You can play as Gargos. You can team edit. Wait, auto edit? What does that mean?
It auto picks your teams. Like if you're doing
if you go back to the pro. Okay, my bad. Game Shark. I just had to.
They had that.
I had to do some Game Shark codes the other day to pick in Mace the Dark Age. The only way you can play as Pojo the chicken is through Game Shark, and I never want to do that again.
No.
Oh man, picking Motaro in Trilogy. That's some real gaming. Could you do the Zonkaro code just works on like Fightcade, right? For Sam Show 3. Am I crazy?
Yeah, it should. I don't know if it's the same one, but it does work. I think the save state might have them unlocked by default. I don't remember.
Presumably, yeah. I assume they just have all that ready to go. Oh man, I like how Trilogy had like 3 separate menus. They did so much with that thing.
I wonder how that Trilogy is such a sick game. If that's not the MK collection, right?
The Legacy one, I'm not sure. I hope so. Shinakuma code.
Like even they knew what move to do.
Yeah.
Even back in 1997, they're like, "Oh, if you jump into Fireball, you just win."
We know why you're here.
Like, you want to throw 1, you want to throw 2. You're right, I do.
God.
Number go up.
Shout out to Star Gladiator code for Kappa, who I've never played as somehow.
Evil Ryu. He has gravity squeeze, but in Alpha 2.
He has gravity squeeze.
Okay, so like, you know how like they have that like custom combo like blowback state when you like activate it near them. It's kind of different per character, but Evil Ryu's for whatever reason hits full screen. So like if he does custom combo activate like a full screen away and you like threw a fireball, you get like staggered.
big fan.
It's kind of I don't know what it is. It's like a stink aura or something. I don't know why Capcom did that.
Well, Ham in Tobal pressing the button on his back to turn himself off. I guess that had a code at first, but like in 2 it's just a move. It's just like a Yoshimitsu Hisatsu thing. He just it's part of his kit. Oh
Shouts
man.
to HNK for making that like a move that Shin is actually encouraged to do.
Yeah. Oh, they got Zero Divide 1. Oh, there's a shmup in Zero Divide 1. I forgot about that. So here's some controllers. I built especially for those Virtua Fighter freaks. You fucking freaks.
What is that button lit? Whoa, that looks weird.
I presume that this is so the VF1 arcade layout was really weird. It was like two top punching kicks on the like off to the like at an angle, and then the defend button is like way off where your thumb would be. So I assume it's for people who want to like have your thumb be way away, like closer to the bat top than your attacks are. I assume that's what they were doing. I don't know.
Yeah.
ASCII sticks were so weird. This is the one this one in the bottom right here is the one I had. I don't remember it being $50. I think I got that thing used way back in the day, but that was not as good as this Namco one. That Namco one actually was really good. That was like actual Sanwa.
Oh wow, even back then?
Oh yeah. I knew people who were playing CVS2 with that thing.
You gotta swear by. Like, I mean, I will say, my experience with recent Sanwa levers has been somewhat negative. Maybe it's just the JLF stuff. I got a JLX coming in, but the buttons for Sanwa and the general build quality has always been amazing. So I could only imagine like people would like to swear by that stuff.
If I had this Interact N64 stick here, I think my life would have been changed. I think my life would have gone differently.
It's actually so Giga Brain. Look at the way the C buttons are laid out on that thing. It's actually just like the controller.
It actually owns. I wanna see someone play Smash on this thing.
Oh my god. Can the joystick even do analog? That's a curious question.
Possibly. I didn't even realize the big pad on the left. Oh, you can screw the stick onto the D-pad. I see.
Whoa.
Interessante. That's pretty big brain, not gonna lie.
Customizable controllers back then? That's really shocking.
This stick's built for VF freaks too. How many times in this magazine will we call you Virtua Fighter players freaks?
You VF people in your PKG.
And your stun palm doom and your one frame shenanigan. I love the Moss stick here, by the way.
Only serious arcade fighters need apply. That is a $110 1997 money fight stick. Holy cow.
Yeah. They specify Saturn here, which makes me think they're speaking to like 5 people.
Oh yeah, like
5 people that I know.
Do you own a Sega Saturn to play fighting games in America or Europe? Like
pre Dreamcast, if you had a Moss, you were either like a SoCal person or you went to like Aladdin's castle, and I probably hung out with you at some point. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's got that batarang that people like. Use that for some.
Holy! What is that? Is that a weapon or a controller?
I think my roommate has that.
That's fantastic. I mean, that is probably more comfortable than the Wu-Tang one.
Fighting games on PCs? Well, if you must.
Can you imagine you should just screen cap that and post that. Just screen cap that quote and post it with no context.
It's like, well, if you absolutely gotta, here's your Gravis, you PC fighting game playing weirdos, get your get your Queen of Hearts games out of here.
Look, you couldn't even play Hunter x Hunter Net Impact on the ASCII Fighter Stick SN.
I don't
Like it's
remember
actually
what
not possible.
I don't remember what in the Dojin sense would have been out there in '97 because it wouldn't have been Queen of Hearts. It would have been like I don't know PC '98 like
Do you know
Metal and
what the
Lace. I
saddest
don't know.
thing? 97, your PC fighting game experience would be informed by like you either know people who are like doing Dojin stuff like that, or you got like Rise of the Robots and you just need something to play in
I
order to play.
presume One Must Fall. I think that's the one I can think
Oh
of.
yes.
The one I can think of where it's like, no, that probably tracks.
Or the MS DOS CD port of Super Turbo was pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. I could see this ASCII fighter thing looks all right. I don't.
It does. It looks really small. That looks like
Yeah.
a snack box with a stick.
Yeah, it looks like the how those Hori minis look now. That's probably some of the same devs. But the future of fighting is Clay
Here you
Fighter
go.
Extreme.
Hobocop.
Hobocop
Wait,
is the
name?
future of fighting. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, this is the N64 one.
It's so there's an on archive.org there is a copy of the beta of this. It is playable to a point. You can like your characters don't actually get KO'd. There's no UI, there's no life bars. They you can play it to a point. It crashes a lot. But it was kind of the PlayStation 1 take on that, and it's I don't know, I kind of prefer playing it to I have a short list of fighting games where I'm just like I cannot play them. 63 1/3 Sculptor's Cut is one because one, they made the engine worse. Two, the astounding amount of racism.
Oh yeah,
Like-
that was the part of why I'm like, oh, I looked at that and I went, oh, that's the racist.
Yeah,
Clay
like
fighter.
Hobocop might not have aged the best. It's like you can
Yeah.
you can laugh at it before you laugh at
Oh, but
a lot of the other shit in here though, because oh boy, they really I think again there's a point everywhere after Clay Fighter TE where the charm just sort of slowly slid out of place, and they thought they were cooking, like, and it's a lot of work to do claymation stuff, but like that makes it worse.
yeah, like they saw something like just that blatantly, because like the other Clay Fighter games weren't like perfect about that, but they were way less bad.
Yeah, at least you can see when you go back and play TE, you're like, oh, there's a thing here, and it's not horrifically offensive. Like you can I, as a large person, can reclaim Helga. I'm like, nah, Helga's cool. I've seen Helga fan art. I'm like, Helga's, what's up? But everything past, again, starting with 2 and a certain background that 2 has, everything just kind of started sliding off the cliff. But
Oh yeah.
but anyway, the future of fighting, it's Bushido Blade. Because they would go on to make a bajillion clones of Bushido Blade. Holy moly.
Bushido Blade is super interesting, and it's part of when I talk about like retro games pushing the bill more. This as a fighting game is like, I think it's really interesting and unique.
When people talk about like winning in an honorable way in in fighting games, like I do think of this a lot.
Oh yeah.
And just that's cheap. Oh, don't do this. It's like this game actually is like, hey, you can't see the ending unless you do it good and honorably. Just,
high honor.
if you kill someone while they're like they trip, then help them up and then kill them. Then you win. Then you did it for real.
I love this. Unlike all of the fighting games that claim to that proclaim to use weapons, Bushido Blade is the only one that seems authentic.
Yeah, I think like people really like that what is that? Hellish Court, I want to say. Because that one has net play, and I mean, but granted, you can just play this now. You can just hop on PS1 rollback and play Bushido Blade whenever you want.
Yep.
Nothing's really stopping you at this point. They got strings. They got strings in here, but I love when people notate PS1 fighting games and they're like XO TX.
TX, but there's also BF, BF, FFF, BF, BF.
Yeah. That's what the Ultimate Fighting Game God, dude. But let's talk about
I love...
the future. What were you gonna say?
But I said I love that, like, you can see the shift in real time of like video games wanting them to be more like lifelike and everything. And now when it comes to like fighting games and stuff, people are like, they're kind of moving backwards in that. Like that novelty is sort of
It wore in this exact promo. They're like look how cinematic this looks. And currently there are people I know who are like, I'm tired of MK being like movies. Why is MK doing multiverse stuff? Stop being like movies.
Right? Like, can we not just have like Liu Kang go? Sorry, my cat bumped my keyboard.
Okay.
Can we not just have Liu Kang like kick 7 rib cages out of the other guy?
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, that's the charm of having it not be like having it be an unreality. Kind of takes a nosedive. Like we don't have the buzzword appeal now because them saying, oh, this is the Zeus hardware, which is like what what is that even?
The Zeus hardware. I mean, the lightning god.
Yeah. They misspelled Liu Kang here in a pretty good way.
Liu Kang.
It's my favorite Kang.
Oh,
other than Night Kang, this is my other favorite Kang.
You don't like Plasma Kang?
Plasma Kang is solid too, but I think the name association with it is a little weird because I don't know what he's doing. Like,
yeah,
MK went some places after this, obviously, but it's just I don't know. There's something special about 4. Like they counted to 4.
I can't look at new Mortal Kombat anymore too. When you talk about that, like the realistic gore like weirds me out. I can't.
Yeah. Anything past It's Over, Jarek is maybe I don't know. I wish there was a way to play. I can't find a great way to run Samsho 64 or Samsho 64 2 on MAME. I don't think they work that great. And I wish that weren't the case because it's hard to tell people or explain if you're not looking at like Mikado footage, like what this game was doing.
Yeah, like having good emulation for Samsho 64 and the sequel would actually change so much. Because I'm sure there's a lot to be found there.
If there's anything that like needs a we talk about collections, but just like and preservation stuff, but who's Hyper Neo Geo 64 stuff just still out sitting there, like what's going on? I don't know what the I want to know what those were. And Sen is still good too. Someone put those in a collection. Announce that at Evo. I'll take back all the negative things I say about Evo every day.
If Evo funded Samsho 64.
Hell yeah. The future of fighting is Street Fighter 2 on a CD, by the way.
MS-DOS CD version.
I think this is the one for this is the 2-disc compilation for PS1 and Saturn. 3 different versions of Super.
All I can think of when I think of this version is this is the one that Darkside won the bracket in.
Oh, remember you're so right. Oh no. Oh, I forgot. It somehow slipped my mind again that this is what they played on. That's crazy.
The tournament standard, you'd never believe it.
PS1 stuff could be tourney standard for role games.
What did that say?
Oh, what's up?
Under Zangief's moveset, you said something.
Oh, under
Geef? What? Super mode. What? What is that? Back, forward.
I think.
Oh, that's the old code. I was like, what?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
That you get old Geef by doing that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is that might be why maybe the secret is that people really wanted to use old Sagat, but they didn't want to do the.
I'm
code.
Loving.
So just up, down, down, up, and now I got old Scott. What's up?
These incorrect move names are killing me. What the fuck is an Inza drop?
I love rolling Inza drop.
Beating flash kick, grand blazing flame punch.
Hell yeah!
Grand shave ball.
These are like some intern that got charged with having to do this for this magazine. I can tell, like. Oh, heat show body throw. Yeah, this is incredible.
Oh, heat show.
Oh, heat show is my favorite.
That's combination. It's combination. It's not
like they try. Some of these aren't the worst, but like Chun bubble punch. Kikoken somehow became Bubble Punch, and that's awesome. I love this. They should. This is the notation I want in six. Fighting
It is.
Force is a beat 'em up, and I guess it's it's that they made that game. Eidos made this. Overall,
I've played this.
overall, this game looks really promising. While not a true fighting game, it shares many similarities. I'm sure. Biofreaks. This game is rumored to have some ultra hot gameplay to match.
Magazines are known for telling the truth in the 90s.
Yeah. I like Biofreaks. I don't think this shows you why what you do in that game. Like it's kind of just voot. You fly around a lot to not get owned. Like they're not showing people flying in their Biofreaks
Midway
coverage.
makes so many fucking fighting games.
This
I'm
is true.
realizing. Oh, there it is. Okay. Still
Tobal
to this
2,
day,
baby.
the undefeated champion of having so many characters.
Just fighting a whole ass dragon. I don't remember you being able to fight them from that angle, but maybe that's just for the magazine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe like a beta or an old screenshot.
Yeah.
A lot of these magazines had those, like for Sonic games especially, which isn't a fighting game. But,
just
like,
free camera in in a debug mode for that, which would a free cam in Tobal 2 would have been sick. I would love that.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is a video game that is like almost defined by the fact that like half of the stuff they planned on putting in didn't make it in, but it still showed up in a bunch of magazine pictures.
Yeah. One of the biggest complaints the players had about the first Tobal game was that there were no projectile attacks. Well, this one has fixed that.
What? I don't believe you. I don't feel
know
like you're
who.
lying.
Yeah, I
Eric.
want to meet the person who was like, Tobal number 1 would be good if it had fireballs.
Like, what? That just sounds made up.
Sneak preview: Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Here's a lesson for your eyes only.
Oh my god, those screenshots even by this standard is impossible. That looks
this
like
rules. Hell yeah!
Like somebody like kicked the cab in the middle of the photo.
I love stuff that's clearly taken from like a dingy, arcade where there's no like there's no halogen bulbs around, no
Nothing. I love that they spoiled Cyber Akuma.
Yeah, they're like, there he is.
What the fuck is that? Why is Akuma a robot?
So they caught Cap doing jump fierce, but like in the frame where it's a smear frame of all his shields becoming one shield.
On top of the lighting and everything. Oh, it's
so good. Did you know that the future of fighting games is Magic the Gathering? That's actually true, because...
Wait a minute.
I guess this was like an Acclaim thing, and they tried to kind of rope that in and be like, well, this is kind of, this is like a kind of, it's like a proto MOBA kind of thing. I've never played this in my life. I don't even know if this existed. I don't know. Magic the Gathering Armageddon. If anyone knows,
hold on.
Yeah, here's the pod. I'd be so curious. Players won't master Armageddon by memorizing patterns or combinations. The speed and fluidity of the game ensure that there's no single right move for any situation. Instead, would-be Armageddon masters must know the strength and weaknesses of their mage and the creatures they command. What's up?
Apparently, Magic the Gathering Armageddon is an extremely rare arcade game published by Acclaim in 1997. It is possible that as few as 4 machines were made. Apparently, this is playable in game. Apparently.
I know what I'm looking at later. That owns.
Yeah, this is interesting.
They're gonna have to go back and peep that. But 3 came out.
Yeah.
New generation parrying. New generation.
Yeah.
What is your stance on the neologism / ad hominem of Parry Slop?
Oh, okay. So I think like parrying in a PvP game like this is like the coolest thing ever, right? Like
it feels
in theory,
great,
right?
Yeah,
You can make it great because like fighting games are communication between two people. At that, like, you break it down to the lowest possible like level of understanding. It is literally two people like doing things with each other, like as a form of communication.
Mm-hmm.
So I think like the worst kind of things to have parrying are like single player games.
Mm.
But like fighting game parries are kind of hype. I do feel like I wish they would disable them on Wake Up more.
I think my problem with how they worked in the original thing is that when you parried someone in like an air-to-air situation, it flung you. Like,
oh yeah,
you were not keeping your momentum. It acted like you Dragon Balled each other and you fly apart. And they changed that because I think they knew. They were like, people want to feel some semblance of like gravity and momentum in what they do. So like, you can immediately after doing a move do a super for a cool result. I love
we're
when
really
they're
dressing up the Chun-Li.
I love when there is a cool result when but that's what I mean. It's like if you parry someone on reaction, and do a thing, it feels great, right? But for the whole like first maybe half of this 3 series, they were like, well, if you do it in the air, it doesn't count. Like that's why they're like, no, we want the ground-based pussies that we're known for. Forget that Claw was jumping off of the walls ad infinitum.
The wall-based pussies that we're known for.
Forget that people have been teleporting around and doing magic. Get that magic out of here. I like they say more than one is possible, and then people were like, oh, I don't know what that means. And then Daigo Parry happened. They're like, whoa.
You can 2-in-1? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. You can 2-in-1 Sean's Low Forward and Dragon. Combo linkers. Not all characters have them, but Ibuki does. Hey, what do they mean 2-in-4? What? 2-in-1 Alex Ford? That's not true. Alex can't do that. Like stand medium kick power bomb? Yeah, me when I lie.
Oh, I like that they say in Street Fighter Alpha they were combo linkers. They are 2-in-1s with no skill
involved at all.
Mashers just doing G-Sav chains, no skill.
Alpha players, BTFO, destroyed, fully annihilated from the heavens.
Like those fucking freaks playing Virtua Fighter on these sticks.
Oh my god. Just when you think you've won, all Gil's energy is back. Gil has a wide range of attacks. they start out by being like, he's pretty weak, and they're like, what? I guess considering Street Fighter 3 was one of the most anticipated games of the year, I guess you could be like, well, but like being, again, like we said earlier, with all of these 3s coming out and like the context of the year, like it's kind of weird to be like, well, to be so skeptical of a thing that like just happened, but also if you work for the magazine that just has to pump these reviews out, you're like, I don't know. When's PS2? Maybe after some time, a story will be revealed that makes sense.
No.
That's not that sure didn't happen.
No, they were like, oh, we're gonna make Street Fighter 5 take place after 3. I was like, oh, let's go. Here's Nikali, our new character. He just shows up and then melts. Ship it. It's perfect.
However, this is actually great. However unrealistic the Street Fighter universe was, it was all rooted in some realism. An evil despot who ruled a faraway land wants to rule the world, not some mutant who has control over fire and ice and screams, I am your god. So, I think if you're going by that, again, if you're thinking some realism is involved in that, if we're doing G.I. Joe shit, with Alpha 3 especially, and Bison wants to, use this psycho cannon to blow up everything and, threaten the world, why do you need a karate man to fix that problem? what are we doing? Like that's not realistic either. I'm just like, I don't know. 1997 was weird. Ryu fights almost identical to Ken.
Hold on. Okay, that's backwards. What? What kind of person's like, yes, we're looking for the Ken of the game? I've never heard anybody say that.
I do like that. Oh yeah, step kick was half circling. Step kick was kind of unfuckwithable for a while.
Oh yeah, I mean, it hit its peak in the sequel, New Gen, or was it a Double Impact?
Yeah,
where you would just do like, I'm gonna pick Dijin Hadouken.
Dijin. It does about 50% damage. Oh no, it was Shin Show. The only one worth using is the Shin Show. They say that's wild.
Truly, I mean, I think this might have been. Did Denshin have 2 stocks in this game?
No, it was one. It was a longer bar, but you could. I mean, your meter build in one was wild.
See, this magazine right here is why I'm blaming. This is the people I'm blaming for what happened in the next game, where they were like, "We're gonna make Denshin 2 stocks." I do not see the issue. There's no red parry.
That's true. Standing feels stun meter fast. Ryu's karate style is solid and intense, unlike his friend. They talk about these matchups in a very like versus the CPU style way, which is
like Dan from Alpha. Okay, they didn't know how right they would be 2 games later, but not right now.
Beware of stretching limbs. I'm always saying this. Try to. Alex has an extremely long range with kicks. That's what people are afraid of with Alex, the kicks. That might actually be true, honestly. Like far out else. Dudley, yeah.
I like that they're like, we can have weird ass names like 2-in-1s and stuff, but we got cross ups, right?
Yeah. Oh man, juggling all the way. It's in K1. Have you played K1 the Arena Fighters? We'll talk. There's a whole section of this later in the magazine, but we'll talk about it when we get there. But this whole like
8 real athletes.
Stunning
2D and 3D arenas.
I don't know what they mean by 2D arenas. Like we'll get there. We'll get there. They were trying something. The first thing you notice about Ken, though, is all these kicks. You got all these kicks.
Overhead hit. Wait, he doesn't have that move.
He literally.
It's not even there.
Yeah, I don't know who. I'm gonna chalk that one up. I'm gonna chalk that one up to copy paste for time. Like they were probably just trying to get this magazine out to meet a deadline, and they were like, "Oh, wait a minute."
They just copy pasted again. Ken has 3 super moves, but the only one worth using is the Shinryuken.
Wow. In a game with Shippu in it, that is outlandish.
Oh
God. His Fierce has quite a wide range and is still flaming. Oh, the Dragon Punch rather is flaming. Has to beware of Senkyutai. I mean, I'm not throwing fireballs at Yun. That's, but I get why you would. It's if you were trying to play this game like it was ST, you would have some issues.
It'd be like shooting fireballs in Street Fighter 3, a common strategy if you don't know.
Yeah. He can do a ducking kick and 2-in-1 into a fireball or uppercut. I don't know about that. Cause wait, do they mean? Oh, they just mean like do a low into a fireball. Okay, well that's some masterful gambit, Ken.
Yeah, I can low forward fireball. Suppose you can, Mr. Masters. I suppose you can.
Now, tied down to domestic life, Ken has agreed to honor his wife Eliza's request not to enter a martial arts tournament unless Ryu also participates. Ken's style is seemingly like, well, that's not too bad.
the fuck? Wait, so they have
I
like
don't
this
know.
specific agreement where she's like, "Don't go and fight, but if Ryu's there, you can do it." Why?
Yeah.
That's weird. You're weird.
I think they just, they have an understanding. Like, she's kind of the beard of the relationship. Like,
Ducking fuck. That's all I
Yeah.
can read that.
oh, ducking fuck into Fireball. Yeah, that's. I love to ducking fuck into Shinryuken. It's my favorite thing.
Oh,
This character is a war crime, and
So they actually got
one
it
of
right.
one of the things I was curious about in going back to look at this was just how much they wouldn't know that. But they do say right out of the gate, Ibuki is probably the strongest player in the game. So they kind of did know. They probably at least saw some people do some crimes with Ibuki at the time and were like, oh, geez.
I fucking wish this was Second Impact.
Yeah.
Because I would love to know what their notes would be on Akuma's dive kick.
Diabolical, outlandish. Like,
Perish.
whew, Ibuki's kick is not unlike Fei Long's, right? Yeah, I mean, that's a hot take. Ibuki being like Fei Long.
What?
Ibuki's kick is not unlike Fei Long's dragon kick.
Of course, we gotta try and get people into this game. Like, I know, we'll just compare it to characters from Street Fighter 2.
I assume they mean Hien, but like Fei Long spins around. Like I don't.
Ibuki goes like straight up. There's no fire, frankly.
Yeah. Like the whole the sell of it is if you spend meter on it, you get to do another attack while come on the way down, and that's cool. But like, I don't know. It's well, also this game didn't have EXs. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I don't know.
Projectiles and kicks.
I don't know what I'm saying. Avoid projectiles and kicks. I'm always saying this. The best advice is to special into the supers to get the most damage possible.
Okay. Okay.
Saying mega damage at the end of a sentence is just really good in general. I think I'm just going to start saying that in casual conversation.
You should just smuggle this language back in.
Like the Mega Man cartoon.
Mega high.
Oh gosh, golly.
Mega everything and kept it in.
Pretty much. He's easygoing but very determined. She combines her ninja style with one of the most dangerous opponents you will face. I mean, probably. Alex has the longest stun bar. Is that true? Like maybe I don't know if that's true in New Generation. I'd have to.
They actually did get the weakness right. A lack of confirms is a serious problem for this character.
That's true.
Kind of wild there.
A bit slow. Try to push Ibuki into the corner so you can throw her. Good luck. Good.
Salute. Up the hill, Sisyphus.
You are Kate Bush. You are always running up that hill to make a deal with Ibuki. Versus Elena, you're both close attackers, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Yang is away. Why Elena, just Yang? Where's Yoon?
Elena, in my experience, throughout most of the 3 series, stands there and hits heavy kick and waits for you to do something. I don't know if they're both close attackers in so much as just
close, within leg distance.
Yeah, as she is doing a Bart Simpson, I'm gonna spin my foot, and if you run into it, it's your own fault.
She kind of has like Simpsons pressure.
Yeah, she's Simpsons Spider 3. They mentioned Tom, except like is that right? Was Tom a retired U.S. soldier? I missed we need more of the Tom lore if we're gonna do this whole one day maybe they'll make the story make sense. Like I still don't know who Tom is.
I don't think Capcom or anybody that works there knows who the fuck Tom is either. Right now they're like, Tom? Oh, like from the cartoon Tom and Jerry?
Yeah, I have always wondered. In looking back at these magazines, by the way, if anyone ever, I know there's there was some Reddit AMA of someone who won one of these, I think, but like I've never seen anyone using the Ultimate Gaming rig.
What in the world? Okay, do they have like any specifications on this page?
I've
got to know like how that processor is and how it lines up to something I could get for like $100 if I went to my Best Buy like right now.
You have the power. It'd say, okay, 200 megahertz MMX Pentium, 24 meg RAM 4 gigs of RAM, HD. I don't know.
No, wait, no. There's 24 megabytes.
Do they mean like high density?
That's a 4 gigabyte hard drive.
Oh, 4 gigabyte hard drive, 8 times speed CD-ROM, Windows 95 modem, and more. You get a Saturn N64, PS1, Game Boy Pocket, that ASCII stick I had. You get excuse me. You get a 60-inch monitor, a 130 watt receiver with Dolby surround sound, and all components shown. So no, they don't say what all these are. There's just like a satellite receiver in here somewhere.
Holy.
But just, you know, big old Sony dish. Thanks, Pandemonium Incorporated. One day I'll see. One day I'll see if someone's still using this. But all you had to do was fill out this fancy word grid. And then you win. Mystery word clue. World rulers have it, and then in this contest, you have it. What the? That's scary. That's pretty spooky. I don't know if I trust this now. Sean was Ken's pupil. Well, that's not really true.
But in some ways, he is stronger than his mentor.
The thrust of the lore really was just that Ken is a bad teacher. That was kind of like the point of Ken's ending, where Mel just punches him in the dick. Like, he's just not a good instructor. He's you know, he's better as a family man, and also Ryu makes him better. Like, isn't that kind of the point? Like,
Sean is almost considered cheap. Did you just call him like Dan? What? Okay.
They call, yeah, it's like he exists in this weird like limbo between being really good and being Dan Hibiki.
Like, okay.
His dash move is better than a fireball since it goes through 80%. That's such a wild take. Oh.
True. You know, the projectile zoning that defined Street Fighter 3.
Yeah.
Let's see what super they say is worth picking and how it's not going to be Hyper Tornado. Or do you think
Shara Cannon. It's wild because, like, I mean, they wouldn't have known that like Hyper Tornado is like 0 frame. I don't think they had a way of, you know, unless you knew a guy. Like, you'd have to know a guy from Japan who would know that, like, oh, that's a 0 frame super. You just confirm it off like breathing on them.
Yeah.
You know, but until that point, it, like, who knew?
Wait, Sean's super arts are not like Dan's and even Guy's? What?
I assume by guy they mean like how Guy has like a Ranbu. I assume is what they mean. Like, I'm not sure where they're going with that. That's they're cooking though.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Like, oh, if you enjoy this person, this ninja with sneakers, you'll
love Sean.
Yeah.
You know?
You cannot duck tornado kick. Well, they go past you. I don't know. He stole Ken's roll. I don't know if did he steal it or did he learn it? We're being really I love it. I love it so much.
Gaming magazines.
Fake the guy out with the Sean tackle, then do your super art when they try to counter. Yeah, there you go. that's some strats. Give him the old razzle dazzle. He comes from an ordinary Brazilian family who we will see no one from after this ever. There's no other. We don't talk about any other family members in the series. That's it. We're just gonna allude to.
Sean hates to lose, is very aggressive, and has the ability to surprise opponents with a fatal blow.
We're implying that Sean killed a guy. That's incredible for this time. Like,
that's why they were like, get ready for evil Sean.
Yeah. Duddles, the Duddler.
Oh, I'm sad that it's this game because I don't think he has the funniest Dudley move ever that never came back. Which is,
Oh, Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, yeah.
No, no, he didn't. That's that's a good
He had that
call.
for one game. He had it in Second Impact. I really wish we could read what they would say about that move.
It's he's the best boxer to ever appear in SF by far. I mean, that might be true.
You know, spitting Dudley Associate.
he is like one of the coolest characters. Like that's I'm not gonna argue with him on that. They don't recommend any super here for him. They're just like they're all good. All the varieties of punches.
Duh.
Varieties of punches. Play the role of a boxer is how you play the Sean matchup. Good to know.
Well, the other ones you're not.
Yeah, it's don't jump dash. I like that. That's an interesting take. But
Yep.
he had good dash speed. I mean that's something you could for 97 you could figure that out pretty easily. Like you just be like I can just hop in and out and just bait people. That's good. That's good advice.
Wait, you can 2 him on his ducking medium kick? Wait, no, you can't. What?
Wait, where? Oh, you can do his ducking me. No, you know what? They mean I I think they mean I'm not sure what they mean. I think they mean medium punch.
Maybe extending.
Yeah, that's a take. Also, the screenshots don't reflect what they just said.
It's great.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of this stuff probably was pumped out on a deadline. So I'm calling that one a deadline screenshot.
Oh.
They don't mention anything about his car in this one. Maybe they hadn't gotten to that point in the story.
I think that was a plot point in Third Strike.
Yeah, that's like specifically just
3S, yeah.
Yeah, Gil really wanted that car.
It's a nice car.
Okay. Well, if it isn't the blowjob brother.
Oh.
Their chain combos are strong. I mean, so yeah, there weren't really differences in this one. They wouldn't have known about that like meter glitch in here, but I do wonder if they suggest an agent, because you would have to, right? Even back then, you would. There's no way you wouldn't have seen the Sorai Orindeki does the most damage. Well, because one of them is like a 1-frame super and it just hurts real bad, right? Is that what? That's probably what they mean.
I think that sounds right.
I don't know. I think that
Genjin just turns you into a fucking super soldier, though.
Yeah, like even for if I had just gotten the game and I just did Genjin and didn't know and then pressed a button, I'd be like, oh Jesus Christ! Like why would you?
Like you look at how small the meter is to fill it. Was it still really tiny?
It was egregiously small. Yeah. Like,
yeah. So you're just like, oh, you get that really fast.
Yeah. Like you can see the building blocks. Like I mean, probably because you have to, the weight of the coin. You have to pay to play at this point. But so a lot of this is, let's let's have a version of it that we can get in limited bursts. But they're right about doing shoulder under fireballs. Like they kind of got a bit of this. There are others currently unknown. Their grandfather taught them marital arts.
I'm so proud that he taught them all about marriage. God bless,
Yeah.
Just very nice. Yeah, so I think they only started having differences in Second Impact, which I think was where they got split into 2 slots.
Yeah, that was where you could.
That was where Yoon got Genjin and Yang lost everything. He's still a good character, don't worry about him.
He had Say in Boo. He's fine. He's cooking.
Right, he had EX slaps into EX slaps.
Yeah. Hi, who, hi.
Yeah.
Oro is my favorite new generation character.
Oro's. Oh wait. Oh.
There's Oro with no double jump. Is funny to me. I like his silly juggle that is not nearly as good as it is in
Yeah.
third. You know, he's got funny buttons. He still has unblockable. I mean, he's got something going for him. He ain't the worst, you know. um,
Yeah.
Oro's moves are kind of limited. I mean, yeah, he can absorb items from the background. Excuse me. I guess they're talking about Tengu Stone, but that's not what that means. That's not what you
Can you
said.
imagine he just like starts taking like the stage hazards and like throwing the bridge at you while in the stage?
Oro has one of the best supers in the game, an energy booger. I love energy boogers.
Yeah.
Oro has a pop-up punch, and off that, you can just do about anything you want. Special, super, whatever. The world's your oyster.
Yeah.
Oro's 140 years old. He lives in a cave. His companions are animals. He's more godlike than human. He looks like he's dancing. He's the shit.
He's so cool.
He's half tree.
That poor Oro fella. He's a really interesting character. I've always kind of liked how weird he was.
I like Oro.
One armed character too. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Necro fights a lot like Dawson, which is not.
Oh yeah.
I think if Street Fighter 3 is about anything to me in terms of like, you know, like mechanically expressing its lore in the way that like, you know, like if it's about legacy or whatever and like failing to live up to it, like, you know, a John or a Ken's relationship, or, you know, because you have a bad teacher, or just like having this expectation like you get experimented on, so you're part Blanca with your electric shocks and part sim, like there's something to that that I think is interesting in Third Strike, but people don't really pick up on that much.
Yeah, they just kind of say, "Oh, he's like Dawson."
Yeah. And then in 3 they're yelling it at you. Like 3 is like, fight for the future. Do it.
Dude, they really did try a lot with the new characters. Like, it was such a big risk to design characters that, like, especially because they leaned into that familiarity with the knowledge that that risk would get these characters compared to sort of reductively.
Mm-hmm.
But they believed in their idea enough, and I think it worked out long term, because, you know, people look back at it now and they have a much broader appreciation. But in the moment, it was a lot more difficult, right?
I don't think
Like these games were like very, very hard for Capcom. It was a very hard moment for them, for the Street Fighter franchise.
Yeah, in the way that, no, they even say like it was this highly awaited thing, and them saying that, you know, there was some degree of disappointment, like
Yeah.
but like, you know, they're not gonna like, no one nails it on the first try. I think
No,
like World
yeah.
Warrior, as big as it was, you go back and play it now, and you're like, oh, this
Oh, yeah.
takes some getting used to. I don't think his shock move was called Electric Blaster. Is that true? I'd have to go look. That doesn't sound right.
Name,
Necro Freak. So a Virtua Fighter player then. He was.
Oh, yeah, he's got one of those funny sticks, you know.
His greatest desire is freedom from. I mean, yeah. Then later he gets chased by all the 12s, and that part is cool. I wish that we got more Effie in 3. I guess, I don't know, or just in general.
Nice.
Elena is the weakest character in the game.
I actually don't know shit about base SF3 like this.
I think they're kind of not really. I mean, so I don't know if she's like dead bottom. I would have to ask like Heather or somebody at this point.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem. This seems like a little bit of downplay. She has good buttons. She has like a great get off me. You know, like it's not like she can confirm Super 2 really easily. She's kind of just Chun before Chun got in here. Healing exists, but it's, you know, it's not the one that, it's not the go-to really, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Her
It's
supers
possible
are
someone would
major.
see the lack of arms.
Yeah.
Wait, go back up. Hold on. What did they say? They said it's possible someone would see the lack of arms a challenge. And it what? She has arms.
It's
Oh,
it's
I
the
guess because
whole like
she just
yeah,
kicks. Yeah.
her not doing big punchy is you know, she's not Dudley, she's not Sean, so I see what they mean, but it's like
What?
you know, she's not standing there building meter with a big button, but except she is because Roundhouse exists. So I don't.
Yeah.
Her supers are major kick fests. The best strategy is to move in close carefully and to nickel and dime your opponent with highs and lows. The more you mix up the attacks, the more you can confuse your opponent since their moves are unique, and some are hard to tell if they hit high or low. Well, to an extent. I mean, parrying is a thing. She can keep you in the corner with the lows and try to get them trapped. She does push you to the corner pretty well. I'll give them that. Yeah, Elena. I don't know. She's cool. Hey, Tekken 3. They counted to 3.
Sidestepping.
Sidestepping.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Kazuya mechanic, but now everybody has it.
King possesses a weird kneeling sidestep too. Some of Paul's best throws are some of Paul Penis's best throws are after sidesteps. One of the biggest strategies in Tekken 2 was keep the opponent on the ground and don't let him or her ever hit a button. In Tekken 3, it's quite a bit harder to do that. It's about time.
I hate those mashers.
Those, yeah, I just get down 3, I'm on the ground, I don't like it.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Okay,
I hear somebody knocking.
Alrighty. Juggling uppercut. Most characters just it's interesting to have just a normal be described as a juggling thing. Like this is the tool by which everyone gets a juggle. Oprah running around telling you to look under your seat because there's a down for 2 under there. While on the ground, you can still slap them silly. That's some good gen art. There's some alright art in here that they picked for this. I can't be too critical of that. I do think the font choices in here are interesting. It's still possible in Tekken 3 to reverse attack so long as your character has reversals. However, now you are not powerless if your attack is reversed. Yeah, you can reverse your reversal. Da 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 da. If someone counters you with back 1+3, you reverse with forward 2+4. Got it. That's gonna be on the. It's gonna be on the test. It's really interesting how they talk about key charge here, where like they're like key charge is your key to doing chip damage, whereas like you know them hyping it up as a mechanic where nowadays if you key charge someone just sees that as like you know taunting or being disrespectful when there's you know back in the day it's like oh no there's some utility to that.
I return. My apologies.
Oh, you're fine. Welcome back. I was talking about key charge for a second and how.
Oh, let's go. That's my favorite thing.
Key charging, you know, it used to. They see it as this sort of utility-based thing where it's, you know, as of press time, you get chip damage, but like it's nowadays it's just seen as like, oh, you're just taunting and being disrespectful for funsies. Hey, it's 30 years later. Heihachi's got to be pushing 90, and he's really angry. That didn't change. He only ever got angrier. He's just a furious man. He's just a really just not ever pleased with anything.
Heihachi Mishima just exists angry. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. So him being like Heihachi hasn't changed much. I mean, kind of.
This is when he got electric, right, for the first time.
He got electric. He had like different. I want to say he had what's the step he had to the left? Like he would do 1, 2, and then like step to the side. I think he got
Oh,
that here. Yeah, they just have his whole ass move list. Okay.
yep, there it is.
Yeah, Top Splitter Death Fist. He had I don't remember if his up 4 3 4 was the same. Probably. To the you know what? To the left is a move list from Tekken 2.
Of course.
we just put his Tekken 2 move list in here. Fuck it. If the 10 string's different, we don't care. Oh gosh, golly.
I wonder if they wonder if they tested it at all.
Maybe they just had someone sit and go through that, and then just for the 30 minute to an hour or whatever, and we're just like, that was it. It's still good. Hey, it's Ogre.
It works. Ogre is a god of war.
Or something like that. Here's when their opponent is down, he Shang Tsungs their butt and takes their power.
What is okay? Maybe if I wasn't who I am now, I wouldn't laugh at that. But what do we mean by that?
I mean, he Shang Tsungs their butt. I'm not gonna question. They have in the dynamic of like reading this as like a child. I would have just accepted that at fully face value and never thought further of it. Like, once Ogre becomes big, he uses some of Heihachi's moves as well as Jun, Lee, and Kuma. So I mean, they're not super far. He's perfect Cell. Like,
yep.
You Cell, and then true Ogre is just an even bigger Ogre. It is unknown whether or not Ogre will be playable over time. Well, yeah, this is like not. Wait, where did they get Xiaoyu's move list then?
Ooh.
I guess they just like.
Holy fuck.
This is so much.
Oh my. Oh!
I told I think Josh Funkdog at one point that I had the thought of Xiaoyu possibly being top 1 in OG Tekken 3, and like I could be wrong about that still because Jin exists and
we love Jin.
And Paul is actually really stupid in 3, but like just she had so much like I don't I understand why people look at Tekken move lists and get like and bounce off because they're like that's too much. like you obviously don't need to commit all of that to memory because that's why in the Tekken Zaibatsu days they would have like here's a top 10 moves thread and you just read the thread and be like here's the tools here's what you actually do when you play the video game. But magazines would just throw these massive, here's the entire command list at you. and yeah, like unless you are one of those virtual fighter freaks they talk about. Yeah, potentially you're just like, nope.
Like what the fuck? Like, oh man, I can't wait to use while standing 4.
Yeah.
Like,
all these juggles of which you will do 2 of them.
Yep.
Yoshimitsu, this is still the best Yoshi has ever looked in this game.
Oh that's this is the same as Tekken Tag, right? Because that's the one I grew up with. Yeah. And that was like to me that's like the Yoshimitsu look.
Yeah, Alien Skull Ninja Man. It's hard to mess that up. It's like all of the looks have been pretty good. I just think this particular one, don't let him sit down. Don't ever let him cop a squat. When using Nina, remember that the computer is toast if you keep those divine cannons going. Oh, the multi-part throws. You know what? Like, I guess people just weren't breaking throws back then at all. Probably.
I mean, maybe.
I wasn't. So I mean.
Yeah, fucking.
They do. You know what? They do specify here. They're like, remember that her multis have breakouts. Use them. Multis will kill you. The computer is much more likely to break out of the. Well, obviously, yeah. The computer's like, "Oh, you're trying to
Yeah.
multi-throw me, bro? Get out of here." Paul Penis.
There he is.
He still has that 40% smasher.
He's still the same to this day.
Just never stopped doing. Never stopped doing 236 down forward 2. Just forever. He's strong as hell.
they had to be like, they had to know when they made that move that this was gonna be like the Paul Phoenix thing forever. Like
Pretty
it's
much.
never gonna change. Like they were just like, yeah, you know what? We're gonna make him go,
yeah,
and he's gonna punch, and everybody's gonna clap and stand up.
Phoenix Smasher is the GOAT. It gets people to pop off every time. It's like his version of, it's like his dust loop or something.
Yeah.
Whenever you see someone get hit, you're like, ooh,
like, oh, you're dead.
Every last one of Paul's moves are powerful, especially on counter hits. A Phoenix Smasher on counter hit will easily do over 50%. Yeah.
I fucking love that they call them 10 strings with no space. His 10 strings are also a good choice for human play.
I like 5 string. big fan. The computer can be categorized into 2 groups, dumb and me. Wow. I guess AI, like, yeah, you can, some AI does, in the sense of like, AI can be repetitive or AI can be unfair. So I guess they're not super wrong. I just don't think they weren't trying to be verbose about it.
Yeah,
Law now has some cool new Fist of the North Star moves. What?
Okay. What the fuck? They were name dropping that?
Yeah, that's a wild pull.
Who the hell would even be reading this and know what that means?
Like I would have known, but I was raised a sicko, so I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, the triple fit, like,
you can really kick some ass. Holy!
I mean, this is why the secret thing too. If you were reading magazines as a high schooler, if you saw someone say kick some ass, you're like, yeah. I read the word ass. I'm an adult.
Yeah. Something to think about when playing Law against other people is that most fighters consider Law to be a button masher or a newbie's best friend. Problem is,
well, he is. Well, Law players, you're on notice from 1997. They've caught on to you finally. They caught up to you finally. 30 years.
Do they have Maxi Soul Calibur in this magazine? It's the same thing, right?
Same deal. Yeah.
Like every 3D fighter needs to have like the guy that has like 1 million strings that just come out when you hit buttons. Not really with any aim. They just happen.
Lei can now lay on his stomach for more attacks. It's called,
exciting.
They call him Lei Wulong. He lays down. You get it?
Yeah.
This is this is going great. Racing is a good move. Yeah, like these screenshots are a little crusty as well, but like they're at least like framed in the way that like they sequentially show you rave kicks. Like that's actually kind of neat. Anything that knocks. Well, that's the problem with stance characters. Really, even back then, just anyone doing like button stance transition is like people just mash. They just disrespect it. Like ever since 97.
I mean, they just put people on blast for it on Law up there.
Yeah. Okay. Try his hopping punches from snake stance. I will try that. And this guy.
Yeah.
This war criminal.
His reversals are mostly useful against robotic players and Lost style button mashers.
That's wild that they're like Jin is the honest the opposite. He's the as opposed to these laws that just come up here and just smash dragon kick, and you're like, oh, I don't like
I'm glad
them.
I can relate to these editors. I too am a shameless Mishima Glazer. I live my life by my honor code.
Everyone has had a Doria phase. I understand.
Like, no, listen. I wake up. I play Q Dans versus JCR Tekken 5. I sit there and I go, this is what it should be. And it's just two people sliding 11 string.
Yeah.
9 string, 6 string.
Every day I wake up and I open Palm Slam, the old knee footage of T5DR. Well, he was all Brian at that point, but like, yeah, the old T5DR Q-Dance footage of him playing Togeki. I do each move alongside Devil Jin. I do the hell sweep and I do it hard.
Tooth Fairy.
His armor? Jin didn't have, they just mean like his like a crack in the armor. They're speaking hypothetical. Okay, I see what they mean.
I just love we got as much strings as guitars. We got 6 string, 5 string, 9 string.
I love their notation. Wind God Fist parentheses. It's counter hit, but it's CNTR. Oh, this rules. That's so good.
We have a character limit. We cannot exceed it.
Yeah, it is really hard to do this in print. You know, print is not dead, but print is difficult.
Yeah.
Try his hurricane kick. Well, I mean that probably was for the CPU. King, well, I wouldn't even say he's best known for the throws in this game. He's just known for that fit. Every post I ever see about King is just how drippy he is.
Yeah, listen, as a child playing Tekken Tag, I was like, King is the coolest thing ever. And then like I moved on the select screen and I went over Armor King and I was like, that's it, I'm locking in right now.
Yeah,
because they
truly.
just put King with like a scar on his eye and like the sick ass armor. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
They peaked.
The minute that people were like, fed up with fucking Rom and whatnot, like the minute they teased Armor King, I feel like a lot of that was just like, no, okay, we forgive you.
Yeah, you're good. You got Armor King.
It's
we're
okay.
Fine.
It's okay. We're good.
That's all. Armor King is so cool. He's so cool.
He's kind of unfair to anyone new that you would put like people really like Clive, but I'm like, why would I pick Clive when Armor King is just sitting there like.
And like his design looks so sick. Hold on, let me jump again really quick.
The pauldrons, like why does he eat pauldrons?
Yeah. Oh,
I had in Tag 2, I had a customization that was like kind of like a bully version where he had a baseball bat. He was like a lucha baseball bat bancho bully man with a jaguar mask. Like that's how I envision him, as just like this wrestling bully. He's like a Legion of Doom guy. Like
he has to be, yeah. And I think they were going for like a Road Warriors kind of look with that.
For sure.
The big spiky armor and stuff.
Yeah. Eddie. Okay. So like the main complaint about people who even people who like don't know ball, right, for Tekken 3 is just like, I don't like Friday Eddie, he do all them kicks. No, stop it.
Isn't it like the people that don't know, like, isn't that just like the Tekken in general whenever Eddie gets added to any Tekken game?
Yeah. Like, oh. But it just he only ever got better, I feel. Like it just them saying, oh, you don't have to keep your moves that random. His kicks are so wild. They'll fool people very often.
Yeah, they doubled down on that. They definitely made it do that a lot.
His main initiator for juggles his cartwheel, going to vault. I mean, he didn't have slippery kicks yet, I don't think. Or did he? Or was that like, okay, he had to have. I'm actually looking now. I'm looking through this list on the left. I don't see it. No, he didn't. Okay, maybe I'm I'm breathing I'm breathing catonic vapors in thinking that Eddie from 3 had slippery kicks. My bad. Hwarong is actually really hard in 3. I tried to go back and like apply newer Hwo stuff to old Hwarong, and like it's an ask.
Yeah, they streamlined him a little bit later in Tekken, right? Like they made him a little bit more like.
He has I think he has Plasma Blade. He has he has Just Frame Skyrocket obviously, but he's so weird. It's not like you can be in Flamingo the whole time. It's people will just straight up reverse you for doing like 3 strings. It's weird. He's a weird time. If you think you're like good at current Hwarong, you should go back and try and play some Hwarong from 3, dear listener, because it's interesting how he's changed over the years.
Yeah, there are certain Tekken characters that like never got easier, but I feel like a vast majority of them, they're just like, oh, we should probably make this like have more of like a straight line in terms of gameplay. Not like completely, but like just enough.
And welcome to VF3, by the way.
Kagemaru!
Speaking
of course.
I didn't. It took me a second. I was like, wait, is that? Cause I know in my mind Kage is a VF character. This art looks like Ryu Hayabusa.
Yeah.
But that's speaking of games that got streamlined, but also I think they streamlined VF over time and then kind of also expanded what they do. But like Kage at his base is still, you can go back and play Kage in 3 and do 10-foot toss stuff and have a good time. Maybe easier than you can go back in Tekken and play Hwarong, I guess. Like VF always kind of, the 3 button things is like very elegant. I mean, granted, this game had 4 buttons. This game had the escape button also.
Yeah, I mean, like VF, in my eyes, is like maybe more than anything like the series where like the stuff just kind of works in every game.
They counted to 3. It's like this was the game, for a hot minute. It's like all the movement you can do with like Korean step with escape button is really cool. Like there's still people playing it. They did an arcade release of it in like, what was it, like 2 years ago or at this point, or whichever it was, where it's like, here we're gonna update these cabinets with like a modernized VFTV because we just like this old game this much, and people were like, well, why aren't you bring that on consoles? And they're like, no.
No, it was Akira Picture doing the move.
Oh yeah,
which is like the known move. Akira move, the elbow, the move. There it is.
I was thinking the other day, actually, like in terms of like VF characters. I know we've been going for a while, by the way. I do want to be respectful of the time. I think we got like maybe not. We're halfway through the guide, so. But like I was thinking of like what each character in Virtua Fighter's like signature move would be. Like Kira's obviously elbow. Kage's is probably 10-foot toss. Lao, I don't know.
Lao. The only thing I know about Lao is that the various moves in VF5 where he screams like a rooster.
Yeah, it's the screamy uppercut, or it's the stomp where he like spins on your face, which is so unnecessary. Wolf is obviously like giant swing, or not F5. F5's like like they say it right here. They're like, his giant swing is one of the most loved moves in the game. F5 is like the most boring wrestling throw. Wrestling fans, please don't come for me, but like.
Yeah, F5, more like they should Alt F4.
Damn, fucking got him. That would be a cool name for a throw, actually. The Alt F4. I'd be into that. Like, he's got a lot of throws, but like, what throw do you think of with King, right? You think of like Muscle Buster or something, or Armor King, Armor King also does Muscle Buster. What am I talking about? It's all just Kinnikuman, man, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Pi, I want to say for Pi, what would her signature thing do? Because even here they're like, oh, she just fights like Lao, which is not really true. I want to say her going into stance and doing like the, you know, the flaily sort of. Do they list it here where you do back piece KG? Do they not list it? Was this move list not complete? That would be very funny to me.
I just love that his name is Jeffrey McWild.
Oh,
we
yeah,
finally
yeah.
got here. I can just say Jeffrey McFucking Wild.
Jeffrey McWild. I guess for Pi, it's just her going into stance. Like her being a stance character is cool for the time. Jeffrey. What can I say about he's arguably the strongest character in the game. Is a hot take. Holy moly, they were cooking back then.
Oh, they were real. Wait,
does
he have the move I think he does? Because I feel like I already know.
He might have toe kick to Splash Mountain in this. I'm not.
Yeah, you knew immediately where my mind went, right? Yeah.
He has Hell Dunk. Hell Dunk's pretty good. Wait, toe kick of. Oh no, he does. Yeah, down kick down and then forward. 124 damage. It's right there.
Yeah, that's the Jeffrey McWild right there.
Where he goes. He goes.
You get hit by mid, die.
Yeah.
I love this shit so much.
There's in two there was a possibility if he ever caught you like back turning through you, it was like 80%. It was ludicrous. I had an old Twitter clip of it that I lost touch of, but it like I love Jeffrey. Like he had hell stab, double hell stab, machine gun hell stab. But yeah, you know him for toe kick to Splash Mountain. It was there since 3. Sarah's probably just known for Flamingo. Just in general. Like I don't think of like Hwarong when I think of Flamingo. I think of Sarah because I have a very specific type of brain rot. Leon, this twink.
What a render.
Just what do I? Do I need to say anything? I have long had a fascination with like how certain Leon players, Chibita, played Leon like they're having more fun than anyone else who's there. Like,
oh yeah.
No, known for just lows, just packing your legs, and then when you try and counter hit him to stop, he just launches you, and you're like, damn it. Jackie probably just know they put flip kick in the screenshot, so I'm gonna say
Oh, that's the move.
Yeah, of anything.
That's the move. It's also
it's beat knuckle. It's I don't think he says yeah when he does beat knuckle. He says it when you do throws, obviously, but like he should have said yeah whenever you do the flip kick.
Oh.
That would have been like that's a system seller, I think.
Oh yeah.
He had beat knuckle. He didn't have smash upper yet. That's what I was actually like. He had Wait, down switch stance? What? I thought it was just P plus K plus G. Oh, maybe they changed it. They probably changed it. Shundi is known for drinking.
The signature move is getting drunk, yeah.
Yeah, just getting tore up. That's really it. Or maybe just lying down. Like that's,
I'm known for that.
I think he might be the most complex character in this game, but I don't remember if he had like they don't say anything about needing like a drink specific counter or needing a certain amount of drinks to do some of these. So maybe not. I feel like they would have even for 97 they would have known that. Taka he's not like people always say he's like Ganryu. He's not. Like he's really not.
Oh, he's a sumo, so he's clearly the exact same as this other sumo guy, who is also just like Honda.
No one says that Honda is like Taka.
I mean,
maybe they do. Maybe I'm out of the. Maybe I'm tapped out on sumo
I will
takes.
support your theory. I've never heard anyone say that.
There's a Twitch stream that just does like professional sumo matches. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Oh, it's Midnight Sumo. I think
Midnight Sumo. Yeah. I'm glad you know. See, I'm so glad you're here. You know ball.
I do.
Owie is just known for counter. Like Owie counter is a nightmare. Just I have. Shout out to Jalapeno Overdrive, who I play a lot in VF, and who just kills me by standing in one place and doing owie counter, and I get anxious, and I'm like, maybe this time it won't catch my mid, and then it catches it, and I'm like, oh, my bad. Inashi, it's just called Inashi. Hey, Mace the Dark Age, if anybody missed it, I had a really long thread about this game that I posted on Blue Sky like 2 days ago where I went over every character's silliness. We probably don't need to linger on this too long, but what are your thoughts on Mace the Dark Age?
I actually played this when I was young.
Oh, really?
I rented this, yes. Because I was like, I saw Lord Deimos, and I was like, this is hard as fuck. It's on N64. I have that. I liked it when I played it, but it was a very long time ago.
I take back what I said about Lord Deimos looking like they belong on like the front of a graphics card box. I think that was a bad take. I think he's just this whole game has like D&D player energy, like someone who just was really into like, you know, D&D 3.5 and we're like, we're gonna make a fighting game about it. I did realize that like something I hadn't really thought about before is Taria is the Akuma of this game. She has this air fireball. They don't even mention it here, but she can just run away with air fireball, and I hate it.
It's a character with an air fireball in a game like this?
In a game like this, yeah, where you just, you know, there's not a lot of, like, there are characters who have mobility, and, like, you know, Koyasha can just pull up, but, like, Taria running away with that is kind of annoying. Mordos Cole is so bad. I wish he was a better character. He's not very good. Al-Rashid is kind of problematic. Like,
well, you know.
He has a, I didn't say this in that thread, but when you do his charge medium and then release, he yells jihad, and I didn't really know how to how to like address that culturally, and maybe it's just a byproduct of 1997's, you know, possible culture, you know, atmosphere of cultural insensitivity, we'll call it. So and this game has some of that just as a whole, because the storyline being like, oh yeah, the Crusades fucked up. Like,
it's one of those things, right? Where when I started that old platformer project that I did, not related to fighting games, but I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna play a bunch of these old platformers, and like, it was shocking that more than twice I would just be playing a game and then just get like flashbanged with something, like offensive or racist. I'd be like, what the?
Yeah, it's I haven't gone back to a lot of like, you know, punky skunk style stuff, I think, for that reason yet. I'll get there. The executioner. By the way, I did see your post in Miriam chat in chat. I'm sorry. I'll get back to you. I just we're doing a pod, but I'll get to you. Again, thank you for being here. So the executioner, I think they wanted this guy to be the face of the game, and then they were like, they backpedaled on that probably in favor of Lord Deimos, which that was probably fine as a decision.
Okay, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Like, this guy versus this guy.
This is like, listen, the executioner, I've seen that in like 3 different cartoons.
There's so many executioners in video games. There's only one Lord Deimos. There's only one guy wearing this.
It's like when I was looking at Battle Fantasia characters, I was like, okay, I'm looking at all these choices, and it's like, maybe fucking Deathbringer, and I'm like, well,
yeah, they what if that means someone at arcsys probably played this, come to think of it.
Oh yeah, because like every character in this game looks like kind of normal, like D&D, and then you're fucking Lord Deimos.
Yeah, although I love Namira, best girl, Namira, my beloved. You will always be famous. She is the moment. She is the icon. Never the same. Always astounding.
Oh, that's sick.
I love
Reminds me of
her so much.
Art of Fighting 3 Sinclair.
She was in the ads for the game that weren't demos. Like there's all like there's a piece of art where it's just her facing the camera, but it's like a real person. And I don't know why they didn't use that. Maybe they couldn't get like rights or something. But
oh yeah,
you know, she's cooler than Ragnar Blood.
Ragnar Blood. Okay. What the fuck is anti-crouch? Isn't that just standing? Like
I think that's just a throw that only catches them if they're crouching, but they had a weird way of putting it.
Hell sweep. Oh, it's not a hell sweep. Get it?
Yeah, this character has a notoriously stupid infinite. Shout out to MKK Hanzo. I think was the first person I ever saw put that in a combo video. It's at the very tail end of the first like Primal Rage combo video I ever watched. They were just like, yeah, let's slip this in and see who notices.
That's so funny.
Takeshi probably top tier in this game, as I kind of stated in that thread. He has a really far-reaching, really silly low that just leads to combos.
How good is Lord Deimos in this game?
Probably pretty. I mean, he just kind of does. He does buttons. He doesn't need to do a lot. He just buttons you out. Like, you can try to step around him, but the sidestep in the game is really slow. I think there's like a repel in the game, and you kind of just gotta like try to bait him and repel him, but it doesn't really work because he's Demos.
Yeah. Takeshi, though, would you say that it's Takeshi's challenge?
You're so right.
Oh,
you're right. Takeshi has like the only reason Takeshi might win that matchup against Demos, he's DP. He has a real DP. He has a very real DP. He has high-low mix. He's silly. Xiaolong actually might be the best character though. Like he just has a straight up infinite. He's like if you crouch against him, you get hit with him spinning the staff, and that's just kind of the round. Yeah, so that's that. Hey, Jetta's damnation.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I want to get into why they chose that title, like, because the person who came up with that version of the title, as opposed to just calling it Vampire Savior, the person who like put the bug in their ear to do that got canceled a while back.
What?
Got rightfully packed up for doing some nonsense, but that was someone behind one of the. I don't even know if I should like specify. It's a rough story. Anyway, it's a bad subtitle for that game. It would be okay if it hadn't come from that person, I guess. I don't know. This is just VSAV. It's VSAV, except they gave it a silly name and it wasn't out on console yet because. But people were buying Moss sticks on Saturn in preparation of this, apparently. I mean,
it's too bad Little Red Riding Hood never packed an Uzi like her Darkstalkers look-alike. You're so right.
That's true.
What wonderful eyes you have.
She travels with a little puppy companion, although it's not yet known whether or not she can command him. Could you imagine if she could call dog assist?
Yo, I would love to see Sam show Galford unblockables.
If she had everything from VSAB, but it was also like Go Poppy, I'd be like, oh shit. Oh gosh, golly. The Messiah himself, Jetta. Oh,
Special move 1, my favorite Jetta move.
Yeah. They didn't. They clearly
start screaming, "Holy shit! Nice special 1 FRC on plus Archons."
VSAV being so new, they didn't even know what to call the moves yet. is awesome. All moves were performed on a preliminary copy and are subject to change. They didn't even say like what for. I guess like PS1. Wowie. All of them are like special 1, move 2. But what the?
Okay, hold on. Down forward punch after snap sword. What is that?
we'll never know. Garter vessel. They knew what it. They would have known what it They would have known that was Kienzan from Vampire Hunter, though. But maybe, again, I don't know how the process goes
Capcom
into
NDA.
this. Maybe Capcom reasons, yeah.
You will call it Move 1.
No Dimitri art, no Felicia art, but Lilith, in one she shoots, her specials have to be seen. In one she shoots her opponent through a bow. That's fair.
Lilith is probably the character I would play if I cared about like putting in a ton of effort.
I love Dark Force in scare quotes powers.
Cool. Short, our house, strong you.
Oh my god, yeah, I did. Wow. You know, text boxes are hard to type in. They also misspelled Senko, but I'm not gonna hold that against them too hard because again, we didn't have like a Seinfeld. My favorite VSAP character, Seinfeld.
Seinko, what's the deal with item throwing?
What's the deal? What's the deal with all these Tenreha spike balls? No Tommy art, no more art. They just sort of, yeah, they really just chuck this in. They're like, here's some screenshots. The Fishman returns to the fighting realm.
The Sasquatch is still one of the most underrated characters. Holy cow, that's how you know it was before the year 2000.
Yeah, that really...
That changed very quickly.
that truly puts it in a certain light. What do they mean reversal on Bigfoot? Did Bigfoot not huh?
Yo,
that's strange.
Is Sasquatch underrated?
many are saying this.
That's the character everybody tells me I would play. You're probably right too.
Everyone who cooks in that game at this point is playing. You know, they're all playing Zabel or you know, QB. So maybe you know, Wolf. All these Wolf players. You don't see too much Monkey at this point. I would love to see some more Monkey. Yeah, Bishop, you know, Nakanishi just wrecks everybody. He's not scared of Sasquatch. That might be real. Like, it might be onto something.
Maybe.
EX came out, or EX was out in that year.
Yeah, let's go.
That's some incredible Scullo art.
What the fuck is Lazing Buffalo?
Lazing. Do they? I think that's like a mistranslation of Crazy Buffalo.
These Ken names are great. Forward roll, windmill of hell, Hadouken.
I love all, like, we're specifying the caps there is great. He did have air throw in that game. That's true. Can punch and kick away projectiles.
Punch, Fwooden punch.
I take my Moss stick that I bought for $104 from they didn't, I don't think they listed any place to get those controllers, by the way.
I love this. Why does Ryu just fireball and dragon punch? He doesn't have Hadouken. He's not Ken. He doesn't get the Ken in those moves.
Hurricane. Sweeping or jumping in against, what do they mean by Garuda? I mean, they're talking about fighting Garuda as a boss, like, clearly. I don't think Garuda was. This is super. Okay. This is super new EX. This is like, yeah, not even like the revision. I don't even think they'd gotten to like plus alpha.
Look, it's grumpy little baby Akuma render. Look at that angry little baby in a stroller.
He's so
great fireball.
He's so scrunched here. It's adorable.
Great fireball. Instant hell murder.
I love this is where D-Dark also couldn't do crouch medium kick into Darkwire yet. Like it just didn't combo.
I'm gonna start calling Akuma DP the Great Dragon Punch.
It's he you know what? He kind of says it in the USA cartoon in that one clip where he's like, flaming dragon punch.
He'd be a lot more convincing if he wasn't pumped full of stolen chi.
I'll steal more. Oh, what a great game! That I wish all EX fans a very
Wait,
I don't know, Duck Station.
yo, Pollen's great. Wait, scroll down. What does that move say? Kill. It's so topical.
Wait, what
You
is?
couldn't write any. Look at the Doctrine Dark Super.
Oh, right. Yeah, I had a, I had a great, I had a post where I'm like, I can't believe Blue Sky would censor me for talking about the super art that Doctor Dark does on the internet. That's messed up that they
How
would,
would they ever?
you
Yo,
know,
come on.
I'm not saying that someone like a D Dark should do it, but I'm just saying
But
that.
legally, you can't say that.
Yeah,
But I'm just
legally on
letting
the
you know.
internet, yeah, you can. They got secrets, codes, and tricks. They don't. This is not like play. Oh, release the hidden. Okay, this is when they had time release Garuda and such.
Oh,
Yeah,
the phrasing is great. Simply approach a machine which has been in operation for at least 400 hours.
I
and
would
then-
simply approach the machine menacingly, casually Misatsu cabinet.
400 hours. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is my. I think I like raven-haired Bishonen Kairi a little better. I don't know. It's probably because it's more of like a Go Nagai character.
The fuck? Coyote murder?
Coyote murderer. That's a. Kairi was a little problematic. Again, it was.
Marshal of Dragon.
Yeah. God Force Initialize goes hard as a fireball name though. Holy shit.
Yo.
God Force Initialize. That goes so hard.
That sounds like a fucking mecha move.
Truly. It's that Go Nagai. Like, put Kyrie behind the mazinkaiser and you got something. Duran, Duran, wait a minute. Duran Meister. Okay. You know what?
Her name is Rio, and she.
I didn't think I'd be forced today to consider like Darren Meister singing the chauffeur. That's powerful. There's a power to that I'm gonna carry with me.
Duran.
Blair and Allen, they're pretty much the same. Wait, Uria kick.
Utsushia.
Shout out to my homie Soul Force, who named their handle after the obvious input there.
Yep.
Those two would go on to be in Fighting Layer, which is great, and everyone should play it. And I hope.
Oh wait, this is RBS, right?
Yes. Which is kind of like I always think of like RBS as like the alpha, contrast or the competitor to. Well, they use the good Shinkaro art for this. Yeah, this got it felt like a good clapback to be like, well, you got that alpha series, here's ours. It's pretty great.
EX characters being like evil as shit was also kind of awesome.
Yeah.
And then EX Tung Fu is like, I'm old. That's all it's like, oh, I forgot, sorry.
That's accurate. Wait, splatter unguardable? Oh, that means that's the one where the demon like picks Sokaku up and throws him at you, I guess. Or no, it's the one where it's either sorry. Lightning is the one where the demon like appears and like just yells, but like the splatter one is where the demon like hits the floor. That's a different move. Sokaku's always had weird meter use as opposed to some of these other characters. Like, Terry's just like, I'm gonna do a power geyser and just
Hold on. Does that move? Does Bob Wilson have a move called Sidewinder?
Apparently, yeah.
So how many times in a combo can you do that? Not saying it would be really funny.
I think are you thinking a rolling turtle?
No, you gotta keep looping Sidewinder with Bob Wilson so you can say you do that.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? You're right. My bad. Oh, Bob. I don't think I've ever in this entire series ever picked Hanfu. Like
I just know he has a move where he hits himself in the balls. He goes,
there's
ow.
that and Sky. There's that and Sky of Fire. Do they call it Sky of Fire here? No, they call it flaming period abbreviation. Never mind. That's the actual name of Sky of Fire. My bad. Like how did I doubt? But like Sky of Fire being silly, but that's all I really got for hey, new Tekken style rush combo system.
You know what else I know about Hanfu? I know his stage in, was it Real Belt or was it Fatal Fury 3? I think it's
Are you
Fatal
talking
Fury
about
3.
the elevator thing?
Yeah, with like the city skyline view.
Yeah.
I think that's like maybe like one of the most beautiful fighting game stages ever created.
That's way up there, yeah. That's at least like for the series, that's one of the best stages they ever did.
Oh, it's so cool.
So they just much like Tekken or Mortal Kombat, there's now a methodical approach to creating your. I mean, you could just say they got strings. you could just say
like guillotine. They spell
that's yeah.
La drill.
La drill. They're me when I'm Yamazaki and I get back from France and I'm like
projectile reflector. Of course, hold to reflect.
Neo. God, Duck King is so cool. Why the man?
You know, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I know exactly what you're thinking about. Exactly what tweet, exactly what time. And I'm going, yeah, they really fucked that up too.
It's so, you know, I'm starting to like kind of be light on it in how I, you know, approach talking about it, because it's just, you know, it's like a 25-year drop off. Maybe not, because it's like Fatal Fury again, a storied series, and you want to be, you know, you want to relish the parts that have, like, you know, stuck with you, and maybe discard the more recent parts that don't hit the same. Here's all the EX character sections. Old Step Fist, old Gekio, old Showa.
His gimmick is just that he is old.
He puts old in front of all of his move names because that's the power.
Oh, and EX Andy he's all new. He's Neo.
He's Neo Neo Geki Shoken. He doesn't. It'd be cool if he said Neo in the game, but I don't. That wouldn't. Also, EX Blue Mary saying old straight slide. Old Mary, the old Mary Typhoon. I'm going down to the old Mary Typhoon for a pint. A flaming tornado stick. Flamer stick. You know, they had no such compunctions in the 90s. They you know, they said what they said, and I appreciate them for that.
Samurai is a Sam show? Please be Sam show.
This I believe, that's 4.
Oh my god. Okay. Here's the moves key.
Throw it back.
The fuck is Jag? Why is that there? Lift
Jag?
What?
You know, that feels like that feels like an error.
Tem, his Ahuagabura, basically an air fireball.
It's essentially, yeah. Buddha is his like, if you know nothing about Sam Show and you pick up this book and start reading it for the first time, and the first paragraph here is Tam. And
yeah, you're like,
you're like,
oh, like Ed and Eddie?
You're like, I'm starting to feel a way about, this is an easy way to develop an opinion about Sam Show.
Basura, his underground dragon punch.
Underground dragon punch. It's underground. Her ground freeze does not actually freeze the opponent, but it does stun. I mean, what is the, okay. Do they not mean? Oh, they mean like, okay, they mean the stagger. That's what they mean. That's a type of freeze. It's just not okay. It's not literal.
With more than enough cheese at his disposal, Bust Galliford can fireball himself into oblivion, and you'll never have to use his other moves.
Never. You'll never do
That's how cheap fireballs are. That's why Yin and Yang are so good for fighting games.
You'll never have to do multi-slash infinites on people. You just do Bust Galliford fireball, and that's it. That's it. Oh.
Yeah.
Do not get suckered into using the Tenkai Phoenix. I'll remember that. Wait, Kiro Shiro? They okay. Okay, I gotcha. It's hard to it's hard making magazines. It's hard doing anything.
Slash does less hits but more overall damage. His Vanity and Sparrow attacks are basically prefab combos accessible through a simple fireball motion.
I love thinking of combos as prefab the way that like furniture is. That's so good. The frog, his slash self has the frog hell. I hate when I get pulled into the frog hell.
Boot up Rondo of Blood. I get to alternate stage 4. This is where I am now.
Yeah. Man, that art's good.
It is. Now it's time for some great names.
Wait, they spelled Kyoshiro right here, but wrong there. What? All right.
Bizarre Explosion, Evil Flame Awakening. What?
Death Rider Blast.
Oh shit.
This is pretty bog standard, but I find it funny that Gaira's moves are so odd here, and then fist dance. Blazing microdust for Hanzo is a great. Thank you, poodle. What am I? Celestial Poodle Bar. I feel like I'm having a stroke a little bit. Suddenly Sam Show is doing strange things to my brain.
Why the fuck is it called Talochi-jin?
I
not totally thought to. Death of 100 Demons.
I don't know. Like, some of them will start with like a normal sounding move, and then in the non-highlighted section, they're just something bonkers. Like, what an odd thing this is. Also, this feels like an error because they put Tam Tam's moves under Jubei. So I think they
is often known for Ahuat.
Yeah, Faguna Dios.
I'm hitting my desk.
Wow.
Oh my god.
They sure did sell this to people for money, which is, good on them. X-Men versus Street Fighter. You don't need me to talk about. You don't need us to talk about this game.
No, but Chun-Li has Chaos Kick. That's a new move.
She does have Chaos Kick.
Maximum Kami. That's not what they called it, is it?
I mean, I'm calling it that now.
There's no fucking way they did that.
Like the MK series, you can get popped up into the air.
What? That's not the first thing I think of.
every uppercut, every down and heavy punch input is MK coded in the 90s for everyone. It's the thing. So that's
Mortal Kombat did invent uppercuts.
That's not like that's not out of control to say. Calling it Team Street Fighter is kind of weird. No one here was like.
Why does Ken have Rising Doctor Wave?
Doctor Wave. I would drink a Doctor Wave. That'd be like a cheer wine. That'd be great.
Why does Akuma have Rising Doctor Wave too? God damn.
Great Dragon Punch. What's so great about it?
I don't know what's great Fireball.
If it was great, then me and Akuma would have gone fishing.
Maybe great Mazinger.
Yeah.
Flying.
I feel like I don't do flight mode with Mag very often, and that's kind of weird. Like, I do have a Magneto, I just tend to not do that. I don't
You're too busy being the master of magnet.
You just, if they, all right, maybe my other Evo copium, and this is probably not going to happen, but they're not showing Spiral for Marvel Tokon. They're probably not. But if they show Magneto, I might pop off a little bit. Like, I don't think they'll do it. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna play that game. I just like Magneto a lot. I like
the move, just named Object.
Yeah, like we would be remiss to just skim past this section without acknowledging that Magneto is one of the sickest just combo video characters to ever have existed.
Yep.
In my humble onion, I think Cyclops almost occupies that too. Like even old Logan is. Oh, I mean, that's kind of the game. Like, I think James Chen at one point said X-Men vs. Street Fighter is kind of like a puzzle game, but just your puzzle is how to do the longest combo you can think of. It's like Puyo.
Oh, and the other thing he said was, I fucking hate Sabretooth.
That too. That man has a blood debt against Sabretooth, and I don't blame him.
I remember asking him like a year ago, hey man, do you still hate him that much? And he fucking sent me like almost a maxed out character count. Yes, I think that character lacks any skill or any
You have to respect like a hatred for a character that's gone on for 3 decades. I have to.
Yeah.
He is just never gonna. You know what? I respect it. So far, the only hidden Akuma is the only hidden Akuma is Akuma, is what I was about to say.
Technically true.
Yeah. Hey, Marvel Super. They just say 1-1, right? Besides recovering some needed life. Wait. I don't recall. You know what I don't do very often in this game is think about what the stones do specific to each character. That would have been a neat thing for Marvel Infinite to do.
Oh yeah.
Like have character specific effects rather than just like that. I mean, not to dog on that game because I like that game, but if there is one criticism, it's like that could have been a neat little extra. This is massively disorienting. Do people headcanon Morrigan and Spider-Man as being buddy because Morrigan has the sister super, and Spider-Man kind of does that also when he gets Power Stone? Is that why? Or is it just
one image of him going,
I think I'm gonna be MJ late. Doesn't, yeah, like that's just it, like.
Which is funny because he says that with anybody, but like I think that screenshot happened and people were like, "Oh shit."
It's also because Morrigan is leaning into the camera like, "Hey, don't tell anybody. I'm hanging out with Spider-Man." That's just like who is gonna care? Morrigan, you're Morrigan. We don't judge.
Yeah, it is funny too though that like the gems do different things because I do think it's important though that a big part of why they did that is because like you don't have like a fixed gem loadout. Like they're kind of pseudo random.
Yeah, like maybe if they I don't know how you like in MSH if you would have had the option to like pick like a groove, maybe. I mean, obviously you did that later in the series, but yeah, I don't know. This game is mysterious sometimes. Like I went back like maybe a month or so ago and was trying like interesting Hulk combo routes, and like Hulk is actually really legit in that game.
Well, Hulk is sick. Yeah.
Hulk can just dash through you for some reason.
Common Hulk thing.
Yeah. God, Juggernaut. I love hyper armor. I love it. I love it so much. Justice for Shuma, by the way, and that action figure they recently put out, but they had to like change the name because of the rights thing, and it's like we know who this is. I should lab some Psylocke in this game. She's fun. Hey, DOA won.
DOA what? Holy shit.
It's in terms of cool Muay Thai characters, I gotta give Zach is a cool character. I know he's like
the guy named Bayman.
I had a friend who used to call Bayman something I'm I mean,
I already know.
the obvious homophobic thing to say
already
about
knew.
Bayman.
What the fuck? What is this move? Left arrow jabberin, right arrow kick? What?
Ray
What?
Air, huh?
It's under the Bayman moveset. It's right under drop kick. What is
Oh, javelin,
windmill
javelin.
backbreaker? Biku
They
Toro, he's a Juji Gatame.
they couldn't translate javelin, and instead in brackets put javelin. That's incredible. I
Ude Hishiki Gyuku Juji Gatame.
Gatame, I have at least 3 Japanese speaking friends who are gonna cook me for not knowing this, but I don't know. Like, you know what it probably is because like Bayman wasn't no, you know what, he was a main cast a main roster character in this game. He was hidden in 2. I'm being silly. Dan Lee, Rido, we don't talk about. Enter the contest now to get your own DOA machine. Do you think anybody won this? I hope so. The button layout on this is wild looking because it's like just a straight line.
Oh yeah.
Just PK hold. That's it. Hey, the best game. Sidestepping in this game is so fun because but like it only kind of benefits it mostly benefits the Viper's characters because like you can cancel your evades with like PKG, and like I think the VF cast can't do that really.
Yeah.
Hey, if you imported the game, you can be at the horny honey art, and if you didn't, you don't get the. Also, I guess armor is harder to break. That doesn't seem right. I don't know about that. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh, it's just like, oh yeah, that's the classic old video game magazine type of stuff right there. Yep. I've looking at old game media is really funny because sometimes it's just like innocent, like funny stuff, and then you're like, oh man, the culture.
Yeah, the culture. Fighting Vipers. If you want to play cheap, the Fighting Vipers cast is for you. They completely unbalance the game.
Yeah.
Very poor balance. I'm not so sure. I mean, that's a hot take. Like, Bond is always good in Vipers games. Bond is silly, but like, there's like a Super Bond. Mahler is good. I don't know that the whole Fighting Vipers cast is cheap. Like, there's specific like characters on that side who are, but also like a lot of the hidden characters are go nutty mode. Bark is kind of like unfinished, but he has a Santa outfit, and that's adorable. VF1 Shiba look like a polygonal VF1 version of this hidden fighter with a past. I mean, obviously people know that he was supposed to be like either the pro tag or he was just in one and they replaced him with Akira. I think that's how that went. I have a sieve for a brain.
Well, it's okay.
Hidden meat fighter. Bean throws bombs. Same lane. Bean is kind of he's just Sonic the Fighters, which is a great game. Rent a Hero is here.
Oh wait, did they have the car from Daytona? Did
they in the magazine? I'm not.
I hope to God they have Hornet.
Nope, they just sort of yeah, they just didn't cut. Well, the AM2 tree is there. That's
that's good.
Yeah, they don't even mention the car. That's weird. Obviously they're in there. I don't know why maybe they just didn't get him. I don't know.
By far my favorite.
They have him in the picture because it's that you do the last course. He's the last thing you get. Oh, you know what? They do say Hornet. It just they didn't have like a screenshot of it. Oh, War Gods. I should mess around more with. Well, those bosses are broken as hell, but like the stuff you can do off of shove because it just, you get like a free spear or equivalent if you shove someone in this game. I love this Ahaokin face. I have always loved this face. This is the world's angriest man.
What the fuck is spinning L paid?
That's a great question. I that's not his it's not his sword thing. I don't know what that is actually.
Yeah.
Because he has like a knife. Oh, you know what it is? I think he does like a couple of slashes with his sword, and I think it's just they thought he was spinning. I don't know. Oh no, wait, no, knife stab, sunhold. No, I don't know what that move is. That's weird. Anubis is cool as hell, actually.
Anubis.
Sci-fi. Sci-5 is Injustice Superman if they existed in the 90s, and I like truly mean that, because like you can like the laser over there on the side, like the lasers you see him, the eye beams you see him doing, he just zones you out with those. He zones you out. He puts the spark guard on, and you take damage if you run over to it. So it's kind of like fighting Black Adam.
Oh.
It's gross. He can run.
Kabuki Joe?
That's Kabuki Joe. Oh man, the 90s, I tell you.
Oh, there he is.
I
don't hate this.
it was fine. It was fine. It's I'll maybe talk more about War Gods on a later stream. Maximus was quite funny. He has this unblockable shockwave thing. When he wins, he says, "I kill you and I take your power." Maximus is great. Maximus did nothing wrong. He's just a very funny man who's behind a mask. Pagan's cool. She's not as cool as Vala, I think. She does a lot of like she summons skeletons and it's edgy, and this is an edgy video game. Tack is fucking broken. Tag just loops you with this ground unblockable and throws these rocks that you can't sidestep, and it's stupid. Vala's very neat. I wonder if Carrie Hoskins ever recovered her like helmet that she had where someone stole it apparently like way back in the day, and
what?
Like from the motion capture session, and she just never got it again. And she put out like a thing a few years back saying like, hey, if anybody has seen the Vala helmet, I am offering like a financial reward. And I don't know if that ever got like returned in secret or something, but cool character though. Voodoo is well
well,
not as cool. Like, I don't know if you've ever played that game Shadow Man. I think there would have been room for a character like Voodoo to be less, maybe to step less over the line.
Yeah.
I think Voodoo's kit in the game is interesting, but it's just it makes me not want to really play him that much because he's Voodoo.
Yeah.
Warhead Warhead sure is a guy. Warhead also has that. I don't know if Warhead's shockwave is unblockable like Maximus's is. I don't know. War Gods is, oh dear God.
What?
We get to
Dragon.
We hit Hogan in this thing. We're almost at the end, by the way, but Ultimate Dragon I would much rather play as than well, maybe Bad Blood. I don't know. Abispa, Shaolin, is that real? Are Blackheart, Shaolin, Abispa, and Bad Blood real people? Black Ninja. I don't know. Some of these. Yeah, I don't know. Those seem like staff created character things. Make your tokens last longer. Unlimited arcade action. Oh, so this is just like a hey, you should sub to EGM2 or something. Steven Regal. Oh no, not Benoit.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
The 90s sure
Scott
was.
Steiner!
I love Bear Breath. Is Samoa here Samoa Joe? I assume. I could be wrong. Dark Rift. I was just talking about this the other day. Dark Rift is maybe also like a strange pen and paper like DOS thing to me. Like, you know, it is 60 FPS. It is a game that looks pretty good for that console. It's just, you know, you do these strings, and I don't know how well it holds up for would hold up for people who try to play it now, because it's not quite as good a game feel as Soul Calibur 1. It has a game feel. It feels better than Criticom, obviously.
Yeah.
But then there's something just slightly off. I don't know what it is. It's better than, you know, Masters of Terras Kasi in terms of like it has a system, and it's not murdering your eyes with flashing light problems. It's just maybe the problem with Dark Rift is that it just, you know, characters like Demonica I can't pronounce that, is
Demonic, what the fuck?
Jakru, I think. Demonica Jakru. Yeah, Eve is cool actually. Eve is kind of like what's her name from KI? Arya a little bit. Ooh. It's like a fencing, you know, Conti fencing robot. I'm here for that. One thing I want to point out is, like, again, the thing with the 90s and magazines is them saying like, oh, you can knock them down to 50% with this number 3 horizontal combo, and it's like, well, when I went into the game to try that, it didn't actually combo. It's just a really long string. It's hard to test these things. I guess, you know, more fix. Yeah. I love more fix. More. Nikki, I was saying last time I was looking at this, is probably top tier. Like they're probably right about this. I think the game designers liked Nikki the most. She got oh god, why am I blanking on Soul Calibur hula hoop? Tira. You know, she kind of fights like Tira a little bit. I wonder, because she predates Tira. Scarlet was like a Sophidia, kind of, not really. I don't know. Zemaron is the coolest character from that game. He's like a Kamen Rider-ish.
Oh, that's tight.
I never unlocked Sonork.
Sonor. These names are fucking killing me.
Sonork.
Sonork.
Demitron is a that's kind of a neat name for a boss. I don't know. It's like if you were making like a cartoon that had like gargoyle style animation, and you had to come up with a villain. You're like, they have to conquer Demitron. Okay, so this K1 game is K1 the Arena Fighters is confusing. Do you remember T5SD, my good friend? Do you remember a Saturn game called Savaki?
I do not know.
Savaki is kind of like a mixed martial arts fighting game that it had some like it had a very basic setup of just like, you know, here's like your high, mid, low, you know, your punches and kicks, your you know, your limb based combat and etc. But like the gimmick to it was you would do a move, and like if you hold the button or like if you slightly delay a second tap, you would get like an extension on a limb. And like I think that's a very successful way of doing that. Whereas K1 has the problem of, you know, in trying to do a more sim style fighting game kind of thing, some of these moves just fucking KO you. Like, it's like, imagine if, you know, you're doing all these cool strings and extensions and they just hit roundhouse and that's it. That's the round. You're just like, oh,
It's
well
like,
then
no,
fuck me, I guess. It's them touting this like realistic thing is weird because like the stepping in it doesn't really feel great. Um, them touting this AI thing doesn't really land for me either because again, like I said, like you will just, you know, even when you start doing it back to them, if you start doing less strings and you just bait them into getting counter hit by like a standing roundhouse, they just explode. That's it. That's the round, and it's not doing necessarily the fighter's destiny like point system thing. It's just it's gauging by like real fight rules.
Yeah, I
So
mean, it
just
sounds like it's a lot like watching like an MMA fight where it's like there's one guy just hitting the other guy a bunch of times, and then like
yeah.
he gets hit like by the knee and he dies.
So it's like, you know, yeah, like you can do these strings and you can do the efficient, you know, the mids, the strike throw, and you can try to play it like a fighting game, or you can try and play it like K1 where you hit them and they die with a certain move, and it's
Yeah.
like, well, why would I ever I don't know. Them pushing for this as like, hey, if you like those Street Fighters, you should do the real thing. Like that doesn't hit for me. It's obviously for people who really like these real world people, like Ernesto. I forget how you pronounce. It's not who's. I don't. It's pronounced a certain way. I'm blanking on it. Um, but Dynasty Warriors though.
Oh God.
Shout out to Heather who pointed out that when you have full Muso bar in this game, you can like cancel anything's startup into it.
Oh, that's awesome.
It actually owns. It makes me want to go back and like take a longer look at this because there aren't a lot of like. It feels like that's where the sauce is. Is the stuff you can do with Muso bar in this game because you get like two of them. This guy's fucked up. Taishi.
I
This
mean,
guy
on top
has
of looking like he just came out of Kill La Kill.
yeah. his mids. He got them mids. Um, Chow Dun. I can't remember if he has the thing where he'll like knock you down and he gets like a pounce where he just jumps like 60 feet and it's like guaranteed. I think that's that guy. Like, there's a lot of characters in this first one. Oh yeah, I told you they counted to 3. By the way.
Yeah.
What was your?
Gato.
Who would you say you like main in Toshinden 3?
Oh God. Like who I actually like kind of play. I think it was. It was like Abel. Was it Abel who had the Tatsu that was fucked up?
Oh, the
I think it
robot.
was Abel.
Yeah, the him and
No, one
Oh,
of the
not
final bosses.
yeah. I liked
Whose name they spelt wrong.
where's the one old guy with the backpack? I'm blanking on his name. Tojin. Tojin is yeah. Tojin. I'm a Tojin main.
Oh, that guy has like
Tojin's broken as hell. Shout out to Edgy Berserker, whose Vermilion is very cracked. That was very fun to watch. I kind of want to. Wait, juggles? To play effectively, you must learn to juggle. The above pictures show some simple starting juggles. Build on them. Yeah, just build, figure it out.
You're asking me to do a lot of work here. Hang on.
Yeah, just do some SSSSSS. There you go.
Oh.
There's your juggle starter.
Oh, baby. Is that what I think it is down below?
Uh-huh. That's the soul blade.
Oh,
I love like Siegfried exclamation point, Sophidia exclamation point, Sophidia exclamation point exclamation point.
Sophia!
That's how I feel when I see Sophidia in a video game. I'm rapidly elbowing whoever's next to me like that's Sophidia. Man, this game is it's it's good and it's real weird to go back to because you go back and you're like, what's this meter do? And then you go and do the meter to like unblockable Rekka thing, not Rekka, unblockable Ranbu thing you get in that old game, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I actually think as far as going back to these old ones, I think Soul Calibur is the one that I like to go back to because like
Yeah.
it's tell how much they cooked with that. And Soul Blade was a good game too.
This was a good game. God, having a move named Heart Exploder, fucking holy shit.
Yo.
Like this was a good blueprint
Wait,
for what was to come.
Star
It just
Destroyer?
wait.
It's on the left. The Star Destroyer.
That's hard. That goes
Yo.
hard.
Xylophone bonus? Why is there a
Silent bonus goes hard also. It's
Sangmina?
they kind of they spell that interestingly, but I like it. Moon Crusher, Earth Crusher is oh, what a good game. I think like it's wild if you were to play every version of Huang, including Assassin, in a row, you'd be, I don't know, you'd be a happy person.
Split you in two. Very funny.
I don't like Cervantes.
I don't like that name.
Yeah, I've never really liked fighting Cervantes and things, but I can appreciate that he's consistent. Voldo's so
I don't like Meat Driller as a move name.
I'm here for it. I said a while ago, like Voldo and Ivy are kink at Pride, and I accept it.
It's real.
Oh, I was just playing. Oh, they put Zero Koki in the header.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the appeal of Cyberbot. This is why you play Cyberbots.
Robot
you know why
Akuma.
you're here.
See, fully cyber.
They're immediately like super robot bosses.
This is the PS1 version, right?
This probably is console, but I want to assume that. Damn, that's good art of Mary and God help me out. What is his name? Santana. Santana, the JoJo character. I feel like did Saturn have? Did this game come out on Saturn first? I want to say. I could be crazy.
I don't remember. I do know that it was on PlayStation. I think. Hold on. Let me double check actually. The home ports it was because I know that Cyber Akuma is home port only.
I don't recall playing the console ones and having it be like now you can just be the bosses, but that's awesome actually. Or that at the time that would have been like a hell of a sales pitch. There's the implication that like I don't know who would appear on the versus screen as his pilot now that I'm thinking about it.
Hold on, let me see which version of
Akuma piloting a much larger Akuma would be very funny to me. I'm gonna look at this Dynasty Warriors art while you're checking that out.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out if he's in PlayStation or if he's in the.
I think both. I mean, console. That was kind of like the appeal. Is just we designed this CG robot of your favorite air fireball throwing. Man, they were telling people hop on koeigames.com in '97.
Oh, so we could actually do Cyber Akuma mirrors and rollback.
Oh, yeah, that is a thing that people can do on the internet. Eve be nimble, Eve be quick, or Eve be sliced by Koei. I love this. I love this so much. Again, it's like Dark Rift is it encapsulates that reboot kind of energy where early CG was cool and people used to just get Bryce 3D and render this kind of shit for funsies.
Oh yeah, like we got a marketing team. We're gonna figure it out.
Dark Rift brings out the vexing people. Eve works her butt off to turn Gore into a meaty pincushion. Gore, they just. Oh yeah, Windows 95. There's a version of this on GOG that also might be on Steam that I keep like going back and forth on acquiring someday, but it's like I don't need to. Hey, that's the end of the guide, by the way. That's the end of it.
Oh,
I assume this was just on the back cover. Like
probably.
people were so hype about Dark Rift, they're like that gets the back cover. Vic Tokai, not doing too much these days, but they were a big deal. I like this. I like this specific collection of what 1997 was.
What that had to offer to me is, in my opinion, a great experience. That was very fun to read.
Yeah, all kinds of things like this just on archive, just waiting for you.
Oh well, that was a ton of fun. Holy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to think about like how to really encaps, because this is not an era of fighting games that I grew up playing, because I was 2 years old when this edition came out. So I probably would have seen it and been like, "Wow, I'm a baby in a stroller."
But you know, it's again these time capsules are important. You know, just to kind of Oh, before we wrap up, did you have any particular Kliff moments you wanted to?
Oh, you know what?
Highlights?
Since you asked so kindly, okay, here's a good round.
Okay.
I can link this. This will be what you can embed. It includes Gachi mod audio because I'm a sicko and I play with that on.
That's fair.
And probably licensed music. What? Oh, it didn't embed properly.
That's fine.
Right, I know why. Yeah, I mean,
I'll figure it out. We can make it happen. But before we pop out, do you got any plans for this week coming up, or?
No, well, technically speaking, next week.
In the fighting game sense, I guess.
Oh, not really. No, nothing yet. I am working on Fighters History Dynasties again.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna try to get that update out sometime this year. I was serious about it. I've made some progress in fixing some issues. And I got confirmation on a project I can't talk about.
Ooh.
But technically speaking, it's kind of awesome that I get to do it. So stay tuned next year. Try to remember that I said that.
Okay. I'm committing to memory right now, and it'll be emblazoned in this podcast. And again, I thank you for doing this.
No problem.
Check out this clip. That's a baghead. Oh, the slash. You know what?
Oh yeah.
Why does this look like a missing link combo?
Oh, wait till the end. The end is what really starts it.
Now imagine for a moment. Now imagine a real world fight, like a K1 martial art battle.
It's the K1 round ender.
Imagine a boxer, swings past someone and they miss, right? But even though they've missed, they are fully beyond the reach of their arm. Like I wish I could do like frame by frame in.
Yep. It hit him in the head.
Slash. That sure did. Yep. That's yep. That's. I like how weary Kliff looks at the end. He's just like, I gotta stop doing this to people. This is
Bardock Season 1. That is actually Bardock auto combo.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember when that shit. My favorite was like the clip where it hit like 5 years behind him. Like somebody got behind, like they air dashed over. He like just mashed auto combo.
Yep. A storied history of magical hitboxes. A history of inventors.
Oh god.
Well, that's a pod, I think. Again, thank you for popping in. We'll try and do one of these again after I figure out a name for it. I don't really know yet.
Getting a name is important.
But that's some that's some colds. Thanks for popping in, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. I've been Aaron, your weird VF freak from the internet, and
And I've been T5, your weird cliff freak, also from the internet.
Yeah, where can the people find you?
You can find me at the Blue Sky link right here, and the Twitch account that I just posted that Blue Sky link with.
Yeah, and I'm on plasmasword.bluesky.social, and I will we'll see you guys in the future. Bye.
Take care. All right. How'd I do?
Oh, one sec.
Oh.
See, it's going good.